Welcome back, everyone, to Wake of the Red Death. And now that my other campaign that has a vaguely water-themed name is over, hopefully I'll stop confusing the titles of the two of them.
So which one's this called?
Wake of the Red Death. Huh. Fuck you. I have the name of the campaign in big red letters on the screen right now, so I'm not gonna fuck it up. Haha.
Anyway, last time in Currents of War.
Last time Wake of the Red Death. The gang met the Harpies. They were pretty chill. Turns out one of them had figured out the cure to the plague, which is pretty great. Would have been nicer if it happened like 10 years ago, but still pretty great. They convinced the Harpies to connect to people in Junotonia, Vestia, and Minervans. You know, places you guys have been that are pretty chill. And just sort of, you know, do what they can to help and integrate into society and hopefully maybe make a more egalitarian Mediterra when all this is through. And then they went to Apollobus in search of, you know, what's going on down there? How are people doing? And it turns out people ain't doing great. People ain't doing great in Apollobus. In fact, all of the adults were dead and had been for a good number of years, leaving the oldest resident of the city, a 16-year-old girl, doing her best to manage a literal city full of children with only her childhood bugbear to help her. Worse, Apollobus, amongst other things, included stables that were designed to breed cretin bulls and Diomedian horses. You know, fire-breathing bulls and flesh-eating equines. So that the ecosystem next to them is a little fucked. It's a little fucked over there.
A little.
Just a smidge fucked. But we rescued the bugbear. We got the group together. We also met some knights from Jupitami who were trying to get into Apollobus, but were kept out by the teens guarding the gates. One of them seemed like a decent guy. And together, you all caravanned up and started leading these children through the Dreamwoods to Junotonia, where hopefully they'll be taken better care of than in the ghost town they were left to manage on their own. And that's where we find us now. The march through the Dreamwoods, it turns out, not that bad. You get the feeling that part of it is the fact that the Fae who live there are mostly working on reconstruction and very positive towards you and keep any harm out of your way. And so you do find yourselves in short order in Junotonia.
Excellent.
Ooh.
And the other Emperor's men, they behaved?
Yep. Their boss, Vito Cerulo, kept them pretty well in line.
Excellent.
Good.
When you return to Junotonia, it is even more sprawling. Oh, you shouldn't be here. You're visiting friends in Venusia, I believe. It's even more sprawling and populated than before. Just the population is also very much not human in majority anymore.
Mm-hmm.
There are lots of Gorgons and Serpentars and Minotaurs and fairies and Formicolians and Myrmecolians helping out. Okay. And now there's Harpies flying here and there. All of them working together and living as citizens together despite the differences in their biology and physiology. It really is sort of a wondrous sight to see. Perhaps not wondrous in the same way as the City of Emerald Towers, but no less of an achievement given all the strife that you've seen up till now.
I mean, most of the places we've been have been pretty decimated in numbers, so it's nice seeing a lot of people together again. Because while the City of Emerald Towers was beautiful to behold, it was also not... It was half empty.
Yeah. As you enter the kids... As you enter, the kids look on in awe at this, you know, this city full of monsters, essentially just friendly monsters. Myrmekalian comes up to the group and brushes one child with its furry antennae, sniffing them out, and the kid laughs as it tickles.
Oh. Janice will set Chitters down and like, go say hi to your family.
And Chitters does so.
It's,
Serpent.
looks good here.
Mm-hmm. And there are still humans in Junotonia. It's just now so many different people and creatures have been brought together here that humans aren't the majority. But as you walk through the streets, it doesn't really seem to matter. Differences in species aside, they're all still people, and they've all suffered the same trauma, and they're all now working together to try and pull society back from the brink.
Mm-hmm. It does the heart some good to see.
Yeah. This place, how it is now, compared to where we started. I think, we're doing more good. We're doing a lot of good.
Yeah.
So,
Of course.
I'm. Huh?
Don't forget you have those.
You're not
What-
letting us
what?
forget that, are you?
Nope.
What?
Look at the bottom of the map.
Oh no.
You enter with a few dozen teenagers and preteens in tow, 3 knights of Jupitamy, Dosa, your doppelganger assassin friend, and 5 smiling, vacant-stared Galatean love dolls.
I have told them to be silent while the children are here.
They have been, and they have been oddly affectionate. Probably the MILF routines in their brains running pretty well.
Okay, that's something.
It says something that in a city of literal monsters and refugees, that we're still the weirdest thing walking down the fucking street.
One of the Jupitamy Knights scowls and says, "Look at all these creatures running about. Aren't they supposed to be in their pens?" And he is promptly smacked in the back of the helmet by Vito and says, "We're guests here. Show some decorum."
Imagine Vito just took off his gauntlet and just whipped that fucker.
With his bare fucking hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his gauntlet
No.
off the entire time, just on hand, so he can just whip it.
Just keep in
Yeah,
mind,
it's like-
good Sir Knight, that the last man of the Emperor who misbehaved here was turned into the sort of monster you would put into a pen.
He grumbles and looks away, and Vito gives a little. Poor map.
His instant thought is like, ah, fuck, which one? I need to know how much I'm allowed to laugh.
I think everyone knows about the tragic fate of Sir Scarva.
Well, he's been
Yeah, he's-
trying to hide it as best as he can, but
That was a while ago now, though.
Every, I think everyone in the Emperor's been no.
I feel like they do at this point.
They
We'll
could?
find out.
Well, I want to check on and see how Dirt is doing. What was Dirt's real name?
Gaius, I believe.
Yeah. I want to
If I
check on-
remember correctly, Gaius went to Venusia last time to check on his
Yeah.
comrades.
Yeah, he's not here anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's where we're gonna have to meet him if we want to bring him along for Mars militia shenanigans, which kind of makes sense of the path that we're taking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Na, 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 na.
Well, let's
How's
check
the
in
town's
with the
defenses
mayor.
looking like?
Pretty fucking good. They've built up and reinforced the walls. There, I wasn't laughing right there. I was trying to keep from coughing. There are all sorts of little fey enchantments on the walls, as well. And they are now patrolled by a lot of soldiers.
Oh.
Not human soldiers, you know, Minotaur soldiers, Gorgon soldiers, soldier ant lion hybrids, but a lot of soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
Junotonia is no longer defenseless. In fact, it is a pretty well fortified city.
Yeah. So let us go inform the mayor and mayoress. Well, I guess the mayor and mayor.
Question: Are the
The mayors.
Galatean? Didn't we learn that the Galatean dolls are modeled after a younger mayor?
One of them is designed to look like Mayor Bovina.
Yeah,
Oh
let's
God.
let's keep that outside.
No, but here's the thing: is like, Janus wants to ask for their advice on what to do with them.
Dosa says, "I'll take care of the girls. I too was made an imitation of other humans, so I feel a certain kinship."
Mm, very well.
And you proceed to bring a mayor to mayor to mayor meeting by bringing Mayor Connie Vitelli, eldest resident of Apollobus, to the manor of Mayor Bovina Hefor and Mayor Robin Goodfellow.
We have returned from Apollobus.
Oh, well, welcome back. Who's your young guest?
This would be a contemporary of yours.
Connie strides forward, putting on a very brave and mature face, and she says, "Connie Vitelli, Mayor of Apollobus." And then she awkwardly and stiffly thrusts out her hand for a handshake. Uh-huh. Mayor Bovina shakes her hand. And you were elected mayor of your peers? Well, sort of. They basically said you're the oldest, so... I mean, I guess a few years back, I said I was the oldest, and they should listen to me because I knew what to do. And then that just sort of held for a while. The oldest? Yeah,
Like it just gives like an annoying cringe, like yeah, sort
Oh.
of nod.
Oh, dear God.
Would you like us to help explain, or you got this?
I think it kind of
I've-
explains itself.
I've got it, Connie says, and she proceeds to explain the spark notes of the history of Apollobus, while both Robin Goodfellow and Bovina look with increasing horror and, perhaps fittingly given the town they run, very paternal and maternal looks of concern for this teenager, yes, but really child who's been put in charge of a city.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for my bugbear Shuggy, I don't think we would have been able to make it this long. Did you bring her? Robin asked. Yes, she's with the kids, just sort of keeping them all organized. Well, I would love to meet her. Clearly, her work needs to be recognized amongst the fair folk, just as yours needs to be recognized amongst the people of Apolobus, says Mayor Bovina. If you would like, there is a spare room in my mansion.
I knew it.
Since you are a mayor as well, I think it's only fitting that you live there until we find a place that suits your taste better.
Chitters, could you go
Thank you,
collect,
miss.
what's the bugbear's name again?
Shuggy.
Shuggy.
Shuggy, yeah. Chitters, could you go collect Shuggy?
Shuggy's getting promoted.
Yeah.
If not like a fucking commendation medal or something. Or better
You,
than...
look at me. You're son of Shao now.
How,
What about you? I'm king.
how many children have you brought? 33? Well,
Game of the Year edition.
we have plenty of houses with rooms to spare. And we do have a number of people who I think would be willing to care for children. And if you've been keeping that city alive as long as you have, you all must have practiced some useful trades. We can make sure that there are some apprenticeships and make sure that there's a life waiting for these citizens of yours now that they're here in Junotomia. Thank you.
How close to tears is Connie?
She like you can see the twitching of her face that she is struggling hard to hold them back, but she's doing it because she's had years of practicing how to put on the brave, mature face in front of people.
Yeah.
How, like, silently horrified are our two, adult mayors?
Oh, fucking terrified. Like, what a fucking nightmare to hear about.
Yeah.
Connie doesn't break until Mayor Bovina, after all planning is stated and taken care of, wordlessly crosses, goes across her desk, and pulls Connie into a hug and says, "You were so brave to take care of them like this." And that's when Connie breaks. Because she hasn't been hugged like that by a motherly figure in a very long time.
Janice watches a little wistfully.
Shuggy comes into the office. I was summoned? And she sees Robin Goodfellow, and Amy's like, "Master Puck," and drops to her knees. Puck says, "Very good position," and he snaps his fingers and pulls out of the ether a very nice ornate rapier and places the tip on Shuggy's shoulder.
Aw.
I knight you as an official... what's a good rank? Duchess, I think. Of the Mediterranean Seelie and Unseelie Court.
Damn.
What?
We don't really have nobility so much anymore, so may as well fill out the ranks.
Yep. Sir? We're changing how some things are done. No more boogeymen in the lower castes anymore. As the current de facto emperor of the Seelie and Unseelie courts, it is within my power to raise anyone to the rank of aristocracy that I please, and I believe you have earned a duchy for what you have done.
It wasn't easy work.
Ah, yes, the Duchy of Apolobus.
And I mean, you were taking care of a bunch of people with different demands already, so...
But don't worry, I'll make sure that you have plenty of advisors, and besides, actually divvying out such territory is something that's going to have to wait for a while. Right now, we're focusing on this town and spreading our reach further. And there are plenty of children, I think, who could use some special thought and consideration. Oh, well, I do like caring for children. Excellent. Let's talk.
Yeah, Shugi School for Orphaned Youth.
Yeah, Puck
Oh my
saw
God.
the opportunity to delegate some of his responsibilities, and he fucking took it.
Gonna gonna show Shugi to the other bugbears. It's like, wait a minute, you took care of 33 children? I can barely keep track of mine. You're like 30 times the bugbear.
Mayor, when you have a minute, could I ask for some advice?
Mayor Lavina nods and she says, Cuckoo, can you show Mayor Connie to the room that she'll be staying in? Right this way, miss. And Cuckoo the Harpy leads Connie off, allowing the girl to finally just have a moment to relax.
Nice for here.
Oh yeah, I forgot she was here. She's going to meet quote-unquote wild harpies.
Mayor Bavina looks at you.
So we went to Plutone,
Mm-hmm.
and I collected the belongings of the former High Philosopher of Minervans because, fuck him, he's dead now.
Yeah, fair enough. You did inherit his job, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, part of those belongings were 5 Galatean dolls, right?
Yep. Galatan love dolls.
Were 5 Galatean love dolls.
Oh.
Hmm?
Yeah, that scans with what I know of the man.
Before you say the rest, I really want you to consider who you're about to tell this to.
Maybe she deserves to know.
Does she?
Well,
She's going to see them.
more so if we continue on with what was suggested.
There is truth will set you free and all of that, but there's also another phrase of what you don't know won't hurt you.
Would you rather lie to her if she decides
Yeah.
connecting the dots on her own?
Okay, I'm a big woman. I'm 48
One of
years
the
old. I
dolls
can
is based
handle what
off
you're.
of you.
Ah! Oh, that old creep!
Just gonna watch her
Yeah,
cringe so hard she creates a black hole.
Do you see?
Yeah.
Do you see what I was trying to do? Do you understand? I was trying to save the mayor of Junotonia from cringing so hard that she disappears.
It's okay. It's gross, but there's been a lot of grosser stuff. You should have seen the notes the Emperor used to write me.
Oh, what?
And he's dead
Oh.
now, so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, so is the former High Philosopher, so you don't have to worry about that anymore either.
Yeah. Ew, though. Ugh.
Yeah, and she's based on a younger you. Which is even worse. Well,
That's
actually, I don't know
insulting.
what's better or worse. Yeah. I'm sorry. You know, you deserved to know, especially because they're here, and I'm trying to figure out what now. We could give them sentience
trying
and
to
let
find
them
a place
fuse
to-
themselves. But, like-
them.
There's a lot of valuable parts in a Galatean love doll. So if you wanted to break them down for parts and sell them, that could be useful. If you gave them
feel bad.
sentience, please have someone who trains them to not just be... I don't want to think about it too much. You on this. I just don't need to hear the details.
All right. I was. Oh, I've been struggling to figure out what to do.
Well, she does suggest
Especially
they
because
might
they
have
call
some
me-
valuable components.
Especially because they call me master now, and I hate it.
Ew!
I am
You
curious, what sort of stuff has to go into such a statue?
The marble for the outer casing in particular would be expensive. There has to be some very complicated lightweight mechanisms on the inside, because it does have an interior skeleton. It's essentially an automaton. So probably aluminum or similar lightweight metal that's been very carefully crafted. And then a good heaping amount of like gems, magic powder to used or rather magic ink to write all the programming, all of that. Like basically Galatane Love Dolls are incredibly complex machines and Magitech machines, to the point where it is pretty easy to bring them to life once you have the ability to bring something to life, because so much of the groundwork is there.
Mm-hmm.
They are essentially a machine that is built to be an autonomous body, with built-in reflexes and instincts and all that. It just lacks a consciousness, a soul. So once you can magically get a soul in there, all the rest of the work is done for you. It's not like a homunculus where it has to grow into a body out of mud.
Yeah.
Right.
So, want to disassemble them for valuable materials?
I feel weird taking
know-
them apart.
Yeah,
You know
and it's
who would
weird
know
probably
what to
bringing
do?
them to life and having those memories.
Talk to Miracle Medulla.
I was literally thinking about that, yeah.
he's
I was thinking,
he's a gifted wizard. He's got to know something about what we could do with those.
he might need some nurses.
You want to
sexy
give the
nurses.
doctor the stupid sexy nurses.
some dummy thick sexy nurses for the doctor.
We can.
Miracle Medulla's just like, a shame I'm gay.
Well, good, because they're not here for that.
No, hold on. If he really is a gay man, no. Sometimes a gay man's best friends are women.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
It's like, holy shit, I have my own bitchy click a weapon. I lost that in
It's
the
like,
pox.
Yes, finally, people who can gossip with me.
It's like, ladies, who wants to talk about men? Like, 2 of them. We're gay. Alright, the rest of you? Sure. Awesome.
Is there anything else that you need to bring to my attention?
We were escorted by 3 Genitonian knights who...
Their
One of them isn't irredeemable.
The commander has some common sense and a bit of morality. And enough of that to keep his troops in line. We should consider poaching him before he gets himself killed.
Well, very well. I'm willing to see them so long as they remain peaceful. No more forceful attempts to take our control of our town from us.
We couldn't even try.
That's true. We're not quite as defenseless as we once were. We have you to thank for that.
Yeah, things are looking very good here.
I was more talking about the only one that's a remote threat is the captain, and he's a good enough person not to be. I think you could actually take the 2 idiots.
Oh, that would be thrilling. Go ahead, send them in. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I think we should take our leave then.
Mm-hmm.
At least
Yeah,
The Medulla?
off to Miracle Medulla.
Okay.
As you exit the mayor's manor, you see Sir Vito Cerullo and his 2 hangers-on waiting outside.
The mayor will see you.
Thank you. Good work getting those kids all the way here.
Good work yourself.
Thank you for... Yeah. Thank you for your assistance.
We only provided a little extra muscle, which in the end you didn't even need. But thank you all the same.
You have been at least 100 times more helpful than any of your order we've met.
I'm saddened, but sadly not surprised to hear that. Would that more of the Emperor's men held to a standard.
Huh. Well,
Yeah, we are paragons of virtue, dear God. Close your mouth.
Just without even looking, just backhands the man.
Doesn't even hold up the he just holds up the gauntlet and
Strike him, Centurion, very roughly.
I can just imagine at one
Janice
point
looks.
he gives one of them the gauntlet and just says, I want you to hit the other one. I want you to continue until one of you understands what was said is stupid. I don't care which.
All I'm imagining now is the commander slowly, like virtual insanity, sliding towards him with the hand out. It's like, I want you to think about your choices and tell me what's wrong before I reach you.
Nonetheless, you part on friendly terms with these three men as they go into the mayor's manor to discuss possible friendly relations between Jupitamy and Junotonia after a unpleasant skirmish in the past. And you all go to Miracle Medulla.
Well, one of the three men. I'm not honestly sure the other two are coming out of this alive. One wrong comment
I'm
and
not sure, yeah.
one wrong comment
Conveniently pushed
and
into the lake.
just say one wrong comment and the mayor or Puck is going to end them.
Yeah, and they can hardly be blamed. There's a Fae in there. It's your own fault if you say something stupid. Knock knock on Miracle Medulla's door.
He exits and says, well, nice to see all of you back.
Good to see you as well.
A lot of life brought back to the town nowadays, huh?
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm
Yeah.
sure you're kept busy now with all these exotic anatomies.
Not as much as you might think, because there haven't been as many accidents.
No?
Everyone's pulling their weight. It's inspires kind feelings about the nature of humanity is not the right word, I suppose, but people.
Well, there's a little human in most of them.
True. Anyways, how can I help all of you?
So, before I say what we're here for, let me finish before you have your reaction.
Okay.
So I have 5 Galatean dolls
Mm-hmm.
who I inherited from the previous High Philosopher of Minervans, who's dead now. Good riddance.
you're welcome.
They are here with me. Thank you. And I'm trying to figure out what to do with them. I feel weird disassembling them, but also if I would ever give them sentience, I would not want them to have any memories of the horrors they have perceived. And you are a talented wizard.
Well, the plus side is that they wouldn't have memories because they don't have the capacity to remember in their current state. You know,
Oh, thank God.
a hammer doesn't have brain cells to record memory with, and neither does a Galatean love doll.
Do you think, as the city's expanding, you could use some nurses?
Yes.
I could,
I thought-
and in general, what we're talking about is a bunch of incredibly strong, incredibly durable, humanoid bodies that, if given consciousness, would not only be immune to disease, but incredibly hard to destroy.
Which would be
You're
helpful if
thinking-
handling a stronger patient.
Or rescuing a person from a collapsing house,
Are you
or a fire.
Are you considering
could
making them
be-
emergency personnel?
First responders.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing, homunculi, like straw men and automatons, were vital to some extent to getting us through the plague. They have a lot of uses for emergency rescue operations. And for surgery, since they do not collect germs the way that we do. They're very easy to sterilize. They could be very useful citizens of the town.
So long as you treat them more like people than Ozymandias does his automatons.
Yes, I have learned the difference between creating a living thing as a thing versus creating it as a living thing.
Dennis, like, side eyes, chitters.
You all know that I've learned that lesson in a very hard way, but I did learn it.
I might make a
Not too late to learn things.
I might make a suggestion here. That we could, though there is usefulness in keeping all of them, there is one that could be used for parts, so to speak, for the enrichment of the town, as it was created in the likeness of a real person. And that is awkward.
The features could just be altered.
If that's the
I
case,
still
then...
feel weird disassembling something that they're not alive currently, but I don't know. I feel responsible for them.
If the features can be altered, I don't see any reason not to use all of them. Then
why not? It sounds like we're talking like aborting a child almost.
Slow turn and squint.
Yeah.
No, come on. That's a very simple process. You go to a nice cunning folk. You get the potion. You take it. The child's gone. It's not the complicated and violent process of disassembling a homunculus.
So I just.
It's a world of magic. Abortions are easy here.
Or you just you make a deal with a fae, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll take it."
Yeah,
it's called adoption.
It's gone the next day.
Mine now.
It's gone the next day, and you know what? You've got a pretty acorn on your shelf.
Mm-hmm.
It's called slightly immoral adoption.
See, with every the way that Medulla is setting this up, could you just imagine your house is on fire? You're trapped beneath a support beam. You think you're honestly going to die. And then you start hearing Pillar Man music.
See, I was...
As these incredibly buff marble women just come and save you.
See,
fucking Drossel von Flugel breaks into your house and saves you from the fire.
See, I was thinking about hearing, like, fucking Sentai music play in the background as they just fucking...
Oh my god.
Like, jump into the situation, jump you out, pose, and vanish.
Fuck. We need to take them with us whenever we go on our big final, like, attack raid or whatever. Just have a team of fucking marble Power Rangers with us.
Alright, if they can be modified, sounds like we leave them with Medulla to become nurses and first responders and whatnot.
I mean, if there's 5 of
How
them...
waspy are they in terms of build?
What?
How waspy are they in terms of build?
So they're what we would call slim thick, I guess.
Let's be real. The previous philosopher was not a classy man.
I don't think Stefano was a man of culture who would like a girl with a big belly, which is one of the many reasons it's good that he's dead. But he would like one with very large breasts, ass, and shapely legs. So like, why am I describing this in such detail? They're toned, they're busty and curvy, but without the bits that would make the fucking cowards go, ew. Ooh, there's some other fat parts on this beautiful woman. Instead of treating that like a gift from God, I'm gonna act like it grosses me out.
They are.
I can't love a fatty.
They are hourglasses.
The superhero team is called the Marvel Hornets then, because Wasp build.
No. We could just ask Milano to give them, like, reasonable and varying builds.
Honestly, we could probably just be like, once they're like sentient, be like, what would you like to look like?
I mean, how about just not give them hypersexual builds to start off with, and then
Yeah.
ask, yo, what do you
Yeah.
want to look like?
If you're worried about, I know that we're worried about treating them like people. I was taught when it comes to animating a homunculus, the Denriger method of full soul autonomy.
All right.
They will be able to choose for themselves what professions they wish to seek and what lives they wish to live. I will do everything I can to teach them with the citizens of the town to pursue good things and apprentice them in professions that I think suit their talents and our needs, but they will be given free choice to pursue whatever life they wish to pursue.
Excellent.
Good. And they won't remember anything they've been through.
They have not had the ability to form memory till now. Much as a 1-year-old child does not have the ability to form long-term memory, anything that has happened before I bring them to life will not be something they can remember.
Good.
But is there anything...
I'd like to...
Is there anything you need for that process?
No, he gives a little smirk. I have plenty of materials for bringing things to life. I haven't had need of them, so they've just been sort of gathering dust. It shouldn't be hard.
But would you like payment for this service, since this is taking from your own resources?
No need.
Okay.
You have provided payment enough by bringing prosperity and security to the place that I live, and reminding me that there is a greater purpose to magic than simply one's own ego.
There's a little smile, he doesn't say anything else.
Do you know how long it'll take?
Bringing them to life will not take that long. Helping them become functional, independent will. There is a stage of childishness for any homunculus that's brought to life, regardless of the complexity of its physical body, that always has to be taken care of. And with the Denriger method, because I will not be writing in purposes and pre-established personalities, it's going to take at least a few weeks before they're able to operate on their own.
All right.
I'll be damned, you wrote a good method.
All right, sounds like we
Denriger fucking
got
cared
that
about his
sorted.
skeleton.
What was that, guy?
Denriger cared about his skeleton.
Oh, alright. I was waiting for it to be terrible, just because it's Dumbledore. Alright.
No, you're thinking Dermberder, who has a very similar name, but is a
Sorry.
much worse wizard.
Sorry, it's like 2 syllables off.
They're both very silly, very terrible names.
Dermberger and Yemberger.
Denriger,
Denriger.
which is just red herring mixed up.
Alright.
So yeah.
Well, we have a magic ball if you need to contact us.
Yep.
We got rid of the one that we got from Ozymandias.
Yeah, you never did tell me how your meeting with him went.
Oh.
Did you live up to the hype?
He almost got me. I'm sad to say.
I am disinclined to believe anyone who is uniquely qualified to run the world.
That chuckle, by the way, was in character.
We haven't had a lot of very good dictators and tyrants in the past. I don't know why people keep trying to vie for that job.
Personal power, delusion.
Just never seems to work out for really anybody.
And it always ends in the most embarrassing fashions.
Yep.
He seems to believe that he's smart enough to do it.
Oh.
he's smart enough to lead a group of wizards in, well, being superior to the gods.
Yeah, that's worked out well historically. Okay.
That doesn't even work for the gods.
He's charismatic, I'll give him that. And there was a moment where he pulled me in.
Well, I think I'll no longer feel slighted by not getting a welcome to the Emerald Towers letter yet.
You're more
Or
of
did
a
he?
man
Shit.
than he is.
No, I don't remember if he did or didn't. I know that he was aware of Ozymandias, but not super. That
I
doesn't
don't.
matter.
I don't think he did because he talked about he talked about it, and he was. Medulla. Yeah, Medulla talked about it. I don't remember if he did or didn't, but he felt like he couldn't regardless.
Yeah, I don't think he did because Miracle Medulla is made up. It's a new name and a persona that he's taken on after having lived as a hermit for years and then becoming revolted at his own apathy to the suffering of his fellow man when he saw the scope of the Red Death. So yeah, I don't think he got a come to my towers letter from
Ozymandias
Ozymandias.
does have knowledge he shouldn't have about
True.
other secrets.
But it's not perfect as much as he would like you to think it is.
Well,
Especially because Miracle Medulla portrays himself as a very humble town wizard, and wizards like Ozymandias would look down on a humble town wizard.
yeah.
Very well. I think everything is squared away here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we got it.
Oh,
I don't think we have any more business to wrap up.
Like was just gonna comment. Yeah, people who want to people who want to like dictate how the world works is usually the butt of a joke of a lot of the people, a lot of the bloody galas I was taken to at Dandelion. Bleh.
Mm-hmm.
pauses. You were taken to Bloody Gallows?
What?
You were taken to Gallows?
I think she means bloody in like
Yeah, I realized that after I said it the first time.
yeah,
But,
not a literal sense.
Yeah,
In a figurative
taken
sense.
to Gallows?
She's from Bretons.
Yeah, bloody cunt. You know,
Yeah, I got that now.
Language
But
of the people.
Gallows?
Like which?
As a child?
gala.
Gala, like the dance.
Gala. Okay.
Again, you're
okay.
being tripped up by the Bretonsian accent.
Yeah, there's not
Yeah,
gallows on Dantalion.
Unfortunate.
They don't perform executions in that castle. Not that you guys would have much of a frame of reference for it. Yeah. As you leave Miracle Medulla's, you see the knights heading out. Leaving Junotonia.
Can
Yeah, I'm
we?
just gonna jog to catch up with them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir Knight.
Yes.
How did things go?
Pretty well. She was receptive, firm in her stance that Junotonia wishes to remain independent of the Empire's soldiers for now, which, given how well protected and reinforced this place is, I don't blame her. Bloody stupid cat. Nope. Remember what we said about language? So, I think I will have favorable news to report. He stops and says, "Men, do me a favor and go look at that other side of the lake for a second." What? I need you to go look at the other side of the lake, like go all the way across to the other side of the pond and look at the water. Why? I think there's sharks in there. Oh. Yeah, we should check for that. All right, you go do that, and I'll come get you when I think that you've looked long enough.
How
All right,
much
sir.
money would it be if it really was?
Just a stare and just slowly shifting over to him. Doesn't say anything, just like, that worked?
You would be amazed at how stupid the vast majority of the Emperor's men are.
All right,
We,
what do you want to talk about?
We did not save most of the bright members of the army. Or rather, we did not retain most of the bright members of the army who survived the plague. I find what is going on in this town interesting. And from my discussion with the mayor, it seems like you lot had a significant part to play in it. I believe in Mediterra as a country, and I believe in our people, and I think that we do need to rebuild after the plague. But I'm not sure the Senate and the Emperor interim are going about it the right way. They're using old methods, and I think what we're seeing is that perhaps some new methods are needed. Some new approaches to how we handle our citizens. I don't know if I can do that convincing, but given that you all seem to have seen a lot and traveled a lot and talked to a lot of the people in this country, which the people in charge over in Jupitami haven't done because they haven't left their walls in over 10 years. If you show up to Jupitami, please seek me out, and I will try to get you an audience with the Emperor so that you can explain this to him. The Emperor interim, I should say. He's not officially Emperor yet. But if you explain this to him and to the Senate, maybe these changes you've made that have been working here and in other places in the country, we could make them more universal and build a better Mediterra than what came before.
How old is the Emperor interim? He's not
Who is he?
He is a lot of the Senate passed, and the old Emperor, he died within 5 months of the plague breaking out. They kept that a secret as long as they could. The current Emperor interim, he's a 29-year-old man with a very big obsession with the grandeur of his station and what respect is due to an emperor and all of that. He I fear sometimes he sees this more 29. I fear he sees this more as a toy to play with than a responsibility.
Oh, you poor fucks, you got a Joffrey.
Oh, they got worse than a Joffrey. They got a Caligula.
You poor fucks. You poor stupid fucks.
So what's worse, a Caligula or a Nero?
I mean, honestly, like, I would say Caligula. Nero, there was at least some, was it Nero or no? I guess Caligula was the one who put a horse in the Senate. Was that Caligula or was that Nero? I don't know. I think they're both equally terrible. They both did horrible shit. Caligula was more obsessive incest, but like Nero watched shit burn while playing a fucking fiddle. That's probably apocryphal, but I retain it as true in my heart. Fuck the Roman Empire. But yeah, the point is they got the kind of emperor that Joffreys are made of.
Yeah. So, Gore is going to... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Gore is going to move up to the knight and goes, Captain, you still are willing to serve this people, right?
I serve the country first.
May I tell you a story I heard in passing from my homeland?
He nods.
There is a story I heard of a brave and noble warrior, a knight, so to speak, served a terrible lord, a tyrant, a murderer, duplicitous. never kept his word. The knight did all he was ordered to. He remained noble in his vows, though maybe not his action. When asked why he served such a terrible lord that treated him cruelly and the people crueler, he said simply that in serving a terrible lord, he has become an exceptional knight, an exceptional man of honor, because he never broke his vow. Then his lord ordered the knight to kill himself, and he did so. Many would say this is a tale of honor, of valor, of vow. I would say it's a tale of a waste. Somebody who could have done something, and decided that his own personal goal, though aligned with his morality, was more important than the lives and suffering of others.
It is a very harrowing and effective tale.
Just like
I know of others, though, of worlds where there were tyrants who were struck down, their crowns broken, their hold on the land removed. And the land promptly fell into a chaos even beyond that which the tyrant themselves wreaked, because there was no power set in to organize things in their absence.
and so
I don't wish to serve a tyrant, but I have seen a horrific chaos for 10 years. And before I rid myself of the tyrant, I want to make sure that the chaos will not fall in as soon as he is dead.
then you have picked a lesser evil in your mind.
But I'm looking for a greater good.
Just kind
If you can find one, let me know.
you're apparently standing in it.
I am. But it might need to be a bit bigger.
Well, we'll keep you in mind, good Sir Knight.
And I shall keep you in mind. May we meet again in hopefully happier circumstances. And he gives you all a nod and collects his two idiots and leaves town.
Dang, I was hoping that when they said look across the lake, I hope a Gorgon was looking at him.
I could have sworn I saw a shark, sir. No, you didn't. Sharks don't live in fresh water. Oh. Did you know the whole time?
But I've been hearing about all these shark men.
Did you know the whole time?
No, that's why I had you look for them. Oh.
Oh, that makes sense.
Just to be safe.
All right. Having wrapped up our business here in Junotonia, I think it's time for the party to travel.
Yes.
It's technically a long walk, but I'm not gonna bore us with random shit. I want to get to the meat. And you wiped out the taxman anyway, so you eventually make it after a few days uneventful travel on the road to Neptonia. Let's get the special Neptonia music. Neptonia, built out of the ruins of the former capital of northern Mediterra known as Ilium. Mediterra is a coastal city, devoted to the worship of Neptune, and also to a lesser extent the other, and there are quite a few other gods and goddesses of the sea and the ocean, but primarily to Neptune because he is the big one nowadays. You enter through the Ilium Gate, which is the only complete remaining section of the once famous wall of Ilium. Back in the time of antiquity, the entire city of Ilium was encircled by an impenetrably thick and a massive wall. But countless wars and battles and sea monster attacks have destroyed it, and in the current form of Neptonia, this large coastal city, most of the wall is in ruins that are preserved as well as they can be as historical monuments to the artistry of antiquity. But Neptonia doesn't really need walls now. Its coastline is filled with docks for ships. It's a huge port city. And that, in of itself, brings up certain anxieties, because a port city is a city where lots of travelers come to. And in a plague, that doesn't work out well. Neptonia was probably, you can imagine, hit really fucking hard by the Red Death.
If not Ground Zero from Mediterra.
Not just from the sheer number of people dying of the plague, but also from the fact that eventually travel by sea stopped because it was too unsafe. So a coastal city that depends on sailors and imports to survive is fucked. And yet, when you enter Neptonia, you go through the gates, you find it is thriving, albeit not in the way that you might expect. For every human you see walking the streets, there are at least 15 different flavor of fish people.
Oh.
You see mermaids in wheelchairs. You see sharkinids, which are these wolf shark human hybrids that were made for sea warfare. You see sea monks, and which are giant sharks that have evolved the ability to take on vaguely humanoid shapes. You see sea bishops, which are small krakens, or rather sea priests is what I should call them. Sea priests are krakens that have evolved to have a vaguely human shape. The place is just fucking teeming with all these fucking fish people.
Oh,
and
sick!
A good number of humans as well, but like, it's 15 to 1 fish people when you walk through the very crowded, bustling city streets.
I didn't realize Neptonia had such an aquatic population.
That's the thing. It doesn't.
It didn't.
Or it didn't.
If I didn't know about it, I would assume we've already been here.
I was about to say. I'm sure I've been to Neptonia, right? Having lived so close.
Yeah, you've definitely gone to this coastal area. It's a big city. If you want to get cool imports and shit for like magic spells and stuff, you definitely go to Neptonia.
Yeah, I've been
What
here
news
before.
come from the other provinces?
This wasn't what it was like.
Awful creatures.
It's it's what we've been making.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna stop the nearest person. Is like, hey, hello.
Are you talking to that beautiful fish lady who actually has a colored outfit and thus stands out as a notable NPC?
Yes.
Oh shit!
Yeah, look at this map. I worked on it a little bit, so you might want to take a look, see if there's some interesting things there.
It does look really
Yes.
good.
Thank you. All right, so you see, amongst the various fish people, there's one who isn't a mermaid or a sea monk or a sea priest or a sharkinid or what have you. She looks like a slightly less hard to discern hybrid of fish and human, or perhaps just a fish that looks very human-y. She has sort of a creature of the Black Lagoon look with sort of layered scuts over her arms and legs. She doesn't actually have hair, but rather several layers of fins on her head that give the resemblance of hair. Gore, you would know what this is, and Janice, you would know who this is.
Do I? Yes, I do.
Leica and Alex. You know what? Actually, I think all of you know this is an Undine.
Yeah. Oh God, I know her name. Yeah.
Yeah, her name is Aqua.
Yeah. So even before you finish your sentence, Alex, you just hear Aqua!
Of course, Nora named the Undyne for backstory Aqua.
I did not, actually.
I named her Aqua because Undines are water elementals, and I was like, if one of them gets an on-the-nose fucking name, it should be an important Undine.
And
And
Janice is
also,
one.
Kingdom Hearts lesbian, we gotta name her Aqua.
I mean, yeah.
Let's
That's
hope
why
she
I-
doesn't
that's
get
why I called
Norded.
out Nora.
I would never nord a beautiful woman.
Thank you.
Get
Fucking
Norded.
Alex, like, you get kind of bold.
Shoved
over-
aside.
Yeah.
Out of the way, boy!
You.
Out of the way, gay boy.
Like in Dark Soul dodges.
Out of the way, white boy. I'm gonna get
I
it.
can't believe it. I wasn't sure if you survived the plague.
Hi!
If you hadn't, but
Yeah! And she looks at you, sort of scrutinizing, trying to figure out who you are, because
yeah.
she can't quite
oh,
place...
Okay, a lot has changed since we last saw each other. It's Theo.
Uh-huh. Oh my gosh! Oh, my patron! And she gives you a hug. Wow, you're not kidding though. Your height's all different. Your proportions are. Were you experimenting with something? What's going on?
No, magic got weird, and now I'm two people in one body. Half of me is Theo. They take off their mask. Which has the like part lich rot,
Yeah.
part not, but also now the Lord of the Chase shit growing.
Yeah. Whoa.
I'm
Damn.
yeah,
You have been through some shit. Here, sit down.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so good to see you. I wasn't sure if you made it.
The three mermaids that are sitting here are like, we can see that you're kind of busy. We'll let you catch up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for interrupting.
No, it's fine. I talk to them every day. I haven't seen you in ages. I was worried you might have succumbed to the plague too, but I didn't think you would because I think you're too wily for it.
I was a doctor. I went out and was trying to help people. I didn't.
See, that's why I knew you were a good human to sort of buddy up with and learn some things from, because you seemed like you actually had like that altruism thing that like not all humans have, but when they have it really strong.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, you could say a lot of that actually.
Yeah.
It's just been wild. I was a doctor, but I was also a wizard. Okay. Theo was a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
My other half was a wizard. She was a this is difficult to explain, especially to somebody who knows me.
Well, you're going through sort of a Tiresias thing where you're getting to be both at once, huh?
Yeah, it hasn't flared up this bad in a bit just because I haven't run into anybody who knew either of us in a while. Not since my sister.
Hey, don't get worried about past identities and whatnot. We're all flowing. The ocean is constantly flowing. The water is always flowing. Water returning, all that. Everything changes, everything morphs, but it's all the same ultimately. The water becomes the vapor, which becomes the ice, which becomes the rain.
God, I missed you.
Yeah, I missed you too.
Janice fucking wraps her arms around Aqua again.
She hugs you back really hard. She's
Yeah.
she's got like a slightly perpetual wetness to her body. Not in that way, perverts.
I know what you mean.
Like a fish.
Yes. So I am still a doctor, as you can see. I've kept even my outfit got kind of mushed together when this happened. But
yeah, but it's kind of working for you though. I like the asymmetry.
Yeah, you think so? Yeah,
I think so.
Oh, well, yeah, I've become kind of attached to all this at this point. I was initially looking to separate ourselves. I was looking to become two people again, but I'm not so sure anymore.
You know, I know it's not always the most helpful advice, but I think you're doing the right thing. You're going with the flow. You're letting the journey take you where you're going. You're following the river to its end. I think that's beautiful. I think that's very you.
Oh, that's really sweet, Aqua.
Cool.
Ah,
It's nice talking to you in a human city. I've never gotten to see one of these so up close
yeah,
before.
you're in a city. There's so many of you in the city. Oh, and
Well, there's not a lot of Undines actually, but like I heard that Neptonia was just getting a whole bunch of, mermaids and sea monks and like, and that they were really welcoming to fish people. So I was like, I can check that out. And it turns out they've been great.
yeah, this is okay. So your gifts have been extraordinarily helpful on our
Well,
journey.
thank you. I'm so glad.
I healed a behemoth horn.
Oh my gosh, that's really hard.
Yeah, you guys are just kind of like, it's like you guys keep on cropping up in the back of her mind, but then she just focuses in on Aqua again. Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of jewels and gems that obviously made it possible, but it's one of the greatest things I've done, I think.
That's warm.
Oh god, there's even more. I might have become the high philosopher of the Minervans.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's a big deal. That's a big deal, right?
yes, Athena kind of chose me herself.
Because like, oh my god, wow! Because like this town, like the human leadership in this town, they hate Minerva and Minervans. Like, and apparently, like they talk really disparagingly about the magic in there. The sea priests don't care about that rivalry at all, but the humans that used to be in charge do.
Good,
But I take it that like Minerva is like a sort of kind of a goddess of wizardry to an extent.
she's a goddess of wisdom, and
Yeah, so learning and education and all that.
yeah, which
That's pretty big. That's pretty huge.
Theo didn't really delve into. Okay, he delved into that side in different ways. Obviously, we worked together, but my other half was straight up a wizard. I went to school and everything.
Yeah. So you're expanding your horizons. You're getting a lot more of that sort of human style knowledge in addition to the knowledge of nature that I tried to help you with.
Yeah.
It's great.
You have to visit Junatone. I mean, no, fuck. Jupitamy. Me and my
Junatonia.
friends. Oh, Junatone. Fuck, my friends. Right.
Third time's a charm.
This is Laika, Gore, and Alex.
Waves.
Oh, nice to meet all of you.
Deuce's here somewhere. I mean, Dosa's here somewhere.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put her on the map. Give me a second.
She might look like someone else currently, but I don't know. Oh, there she is.
Hey.
Yeah, for some reason there was two Lycos.
Yeah. Okay. So, wow, so much has happened, Aqua. So much. These are my friends. We've done a lot since we've come together. They were there when I healed the horn. They helped me focus, basically, and gave up all the gems that we'd found for the actual healing. And oh my gosh. Well, come on, everyone, say hello. This is Aqua. This is Aqua. I brought up my my knowledge about witchcraft and everything several times.
Yeah.
She's the one who helped me get there.
Hi, I'm Aqua. I'm an Undine, the elemental of water, if you want to get technical.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. It's he just kind of gestures vaguely all around. So what's been going on around here?
Oh, well, I only came into town a week or so ago, but from what I've gathered, after that awful plague sort of died down, a bunch of sea monks and sea priests emerged out of the sea and offered to help the people on the land here in Neptonia. And they've just been doing so for a good few months now, helping rebuild, helping bring food in, and it's really helped the city get back on its feet. And it's great for me because it means that now I can go into a human village and not worry about people chasing me out with torches and pitchforks.
Yeah. You know, you would actually be pretty welcome in Minervans now, too.
Hey, you know what? It sounds like a lot of really good stuff is happening in the wake of the Red Death nowadays.
Oh, card.
Well, me and my friends have been doing a lot of putting in a lot of effort to improve things.
Well, you know, I thought that we would have a really fun learning opportunity if I agreed to be your patron as a witch. Never did I dream I'd be helping someone who is just so damn impressive. I mean, I thought you were an impressive person, but like you're doing like you're like a mover and a shaker.
It's not that. I mean, like
you're the high philosopher. I don't know a whole lot about human culture, but what I've gleaned, that sounds like that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, there's like a visible God. What color would a blush be on her face?
I mean, your two
Still
components are both human. I would assume it would still be red.
Is your blood still red?
Think.
No, my blood is weird.
Well, it's not weird until it comes out. So
yeah, it might be purplish.
Yeah.
It might be purplish now, like a wine.
Yeah. There's like a purplish blush on their face, which I think is the first time ever. I mean, I wouldn't have got here without everyone else here, and well, you know, my other half, our half now. I go by Janice now, by the way.
Janice. She grabs your head in her webbed hands and goes,
Oh.
Janice. All right, I got it.
All right. Is that okay? Is that like a her thing or is that an Undyne thing, DT?
That's a her thing.
Yeah.
She's a bit of a weirdo.
Yeah. You mean? Yeah.
She's one of your characters, yes.
Yeah. Leica is just going up and down, just having a little fun, ping-ponging.
Oh yeah, I'm stimming.
all right.
He does that.
I'm stimming with a keyboard.
Well, how about the rest of us go on ahead, and while the two of you catch up?
That sounds like a good way to segue into a plot.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead, find some other points of interest on the map.
Like this fucker.
Alex, you want to talk to the wizard in the green trench coat?
Yes.
All right. You find a wizard with very bad shadow rot, in a green trench coat and a green hat, with bright blue pinpricks of light for eyes, and instead of a traditional wizard staff, a very ornate harpoon.
Oh.
Ho there.
Hello. Okay, I think the spell should work for translation, but tell me if anything sounds clunky. Mediterranean is not my first language. Hi, I'm the sailing wizard. Can you tell me what exactly has been going on for the past 15 years?
As in here in the city, or just in general?
I think probably starting with the city would be a very good way to sort of narrow it down at first, but I would eventually like to learn in general if it's possible.
Well, we just came in here ourselves. We don't know too much. Apparently, well, context would help. How long have you been gone?
15 years. Lost at sea for 15 years. Yeah, a little bit.
Oh God.
Well, the plague is over.
There was a plague?
There was. It's
Oh no!
so,
was it bad? I mean, I guess all plagues are bad, but like, was it just here, or was it like in a couple of other towns?
It was everywhere.
Nowhere in Midgard was safe.
Yeah, and at about I remember someone's once putting off a number that half of all life is dead. So there's that.
My God. Oh, damn. Shit.
Yeah, you're kind of northern arrow there.
Oh. Hey, wait, your accent, are you also from Bretons?
That I am?
Hi, I'm from Herotshire. Are you... That sounds Anglo-Saxon?
Roughly around that point, my family moves around a bit. Not very much.
Nice. Good to see a fellow countryman. Okay, so there was a plague.
I like to have stories of the sailing wizard.
You have not heard any stories of a sailing wizard. I mean, you've heard stories of wizards on the sea, but not one that goes by the name the Sailing Wizard.
Never heard someone like you before. I heard plenty of yarns about wizards who go on the seas, but never.
Might have met a few, actually. I had a bit of a... they wouldn't know Sir Brendan here. An Odysseus trip?
You had an Ulysses trip. That's the accent in Northern Mediterranean.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, they got two names. That's okay. You know what? Yeah, on a Ulysses trip. I had a Ulysses trip. You know, I was just sort of... I was on a boat, and then I went to a lot of places. I saw a lot of things. It's been a time. I'm sort of... I'm trying to figure out... Well, now I'm trying to figure out why the place is filled with fish, and apparently there was a plague. Oh God, did the plague get back home?
It hit everywhere.
Yeah, no one.
Oh, this is gonna make it. I'm also supposed to be looking for a person.
You'll have to narrow it down. Even there's.
Well, I don't know their name. So a friend of mine is looking for This is really hard to explain. She would explain it better. Tell you what, if you could meet me at the southern docks, I could introduce you to a friend of mine, and she could explain what we're sort of looking for here, if that's all right.
Very well.
All right, fine. Thank you. It's really nice to meet you. Sorry about the plague. And he runs off to the docks.
Well, let's hit up all those shops, I guess.
I was aiming for the blacksmith myself if you want to pop over.
Mm-hmm.
I was curious about this one woman surrounded by sharkmen. Or is that just a generic NPC?
I think she's one of the generic models, but...
You can go over there and talk to them. Just because she's generic doesn't mean there's nothing happening.
I was just curious, just like, what the fuck? You're practically in a porn meme,
do you want to eavesdrop on their conversation?
Sure, he's relatively short. He can act like he's just, looking around.
So you hear her talking to one who's like, so when you call yourself sea monks, what kind of monks are we talking?
Oh no.
Well, the appellation came because of our choice of dress apparently coincidentally resembles the various monks of your society. It's just what fits our body best. Though we do worship the god Neptune in these parts of the seas, we're very fond of him. So no vows of celibacy, then?
I knew it!
I fucking...
I had a feeling.
Yeah. I'm sorry. She is surrounded by sharkmen.
I don't think she can handle all that.
TT, you
And-
made the fish fucker general.
It's that one fucking
Listen,
meme with the girl on the
listen.
couch, the big guy's behind her.
I know my audience, and it's at least 70% monster fuckers.
I mean, and over there's a guy trying to probably, hit on the fucking 2 shark ladies.
Or,
That is
or the
joke
other
that
way
would
around.
if you spied on them, yes.
It's like, I'm okay with losing a limb or something. Want to go out? It's like, the fuck?
So, are you smooth?
Oh my god.
All the sharks
Oh my
smile.
God.
Only the way you want us.
Oh my god.
Our
Why
class,
is
our
why
class
is
was on this, but we're rough everywhere else.
Just
I
imagine.
can't say anything because I'm over here fucking.
You know the dynamic of the guard who always tells the truth and the guard who always tells the lies? 2 sea monks who will insist that, yes, we're smooth. No, we are rough.
God.
I guess you'll have to pet us to find out.
Yeah, I can't even say anything. I'm over here being gay as fuck with an Undyne.
Yeah.
Gay.
Like, just for reference, Janice is unloading like everything that they've been through.
Understandably so.
Not the
Beautiful.
like secrety bits that are dangerous, but like there is trust there. So there's still like,
Yeah.
we broke into Pluton.
Aqua has been a very reliable confidant.
Yes.
So you can trust her with information. So we're going to the blacksmith now?
Yeah.
Yay!
You enter the smithy and find absolutely nothing is being done, and there is a big blacksmith leaning back in a chair, hands behind his head, boots on the desk, sighing contentedly with a complete absence of work.
Not much work
Oh.
around here with these pots, is there?
No, he says with a smile. Oh, you're not bringing me any, are you?
Just seeing if you had anything on offer.
Oh yeah, we've got some tools if you'd like that, some weapons and some armor. And... Oh, what a lovely day.
Might we check out your wares?
Yeah, go ahead, go look if you
What's in the loot box?
You don't seem to be
you
in good
find all
spirits.
this. You find all the stuff that you could buy at character creation here, but nothing really fancy.
Okay.
Oh, I'm in great spirits. I have not had to work for like 2 months.
Yeah, we heard that all of the practically a whole sea temple has come and moved in.
Yeah, just these fish people, let me tell you. They don't really need metalworking stuff. I guess it's too heavy for whatever they do underwater, so I was worried at first, but like they make sure everyone's fed. They've given out like stipends of money to everybody, so I'm set. Might as well retire.
Really?
Yeah.
A retirement fund. Like to jot that down.
What a great day.
All right. I can't tell you how to live your life, sir.
It's true, you can't.
Like it's like
But since you've been here a while, all these sea monks and sea bishops, like, have you ever caught the name of who leads them? Like,
Yeah,
sounds-
yeah, he's running the temple now. My notes. Archbishop Nogus and his deacon Lumello are the ones running everything.
Nogus and Ludellum, you said?
Lumello. You can find them at the temple.
Yeah.
Nogus is a bit prickly, but Lumello's a really affable sort.
All right, thank you. It seems Of course, we would want to meet them. Seems like they're running a tight ship, a good ship.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, then. I'm curious. Let's check out all the other vendors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the apothecary.
All
Something
right.
smells,
You want to go to the...
smells fishy, and I don't mean the sea smell.
You go to the apothecary, and you find a somewhat grizzled woman at work mixing various powders. She come in and says, come in, come in. What do you need?
Saying what you got in stock. Does this woman look overworked?
No, she looks like she's working harder than the blacksmith, but it's kind of hard not to work harder than that blacksmith was working. What are you looking for? I'm mostly dealing things that help people dealing with the water. Not a lot of people coming in for this stuff nowadays, but some of the fish friends like it.
Well, how do you feel about the fish friends ever since they moved in?
I like them well enough, I suppose. You know, we've encountered, well, I've heard about encounters with sea monks and sea priests and mermaids and the like before, and sometimes it's negative and sometimes it's positive, and right now it seems positive, and to be quite frank, after how rough things were for the last couple of years, I'm not looking a gift horse in the mouth. She thinks about it for a moment. Probably not the best choice of wording given what the city used to be called.
Ha.
If you
I imagine
didn't
they
get
used it anyways because of the
Ilium is another name for Troy.
Yeah.
This is Troy,
I got
where
it.
they should have looked that gift horse in the mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, that works really good for Troy, actually.
Yeah, she offers. She points out 3 particular items. One is called Sailor's Grace. It's a potion that allows you to breathe underwater for the duration of one scene. That's in Fabula Ultima terms. Hundreds in it per dose, and it's 1 dose per person. There's Champ Chum. It's sort of like Bork Bites, but it's for aquatic creatures. It basically allows you to make a non-sapient, so like an animal, retreat from battle rather than fight to the death if it's in crisis. And then Shark Sentiments, which are little nice tasting edible capsules that allow you to feel the currents of the water like a fish for one scene, which means that if you're in stormy waters, you can swim through them with more ease and say not have to make deadly, perilous checks to avoid being buffeted around. All of this is stuff, she explains, that she makes for the various sailors who work, or rather worked, in Neptonia. Neptonia is a port city. It has a lot of sailors, and when you're facing sea storms and sea monsters and shit, it's good to have something that you can quickly down to keep from drowning or keep from being, dragged undersea by the undertow, or, make the giant sea boar, or if God help you, a leviathan that's chasing you stop trying to eat you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Alex is gonna buy some things for the party.
Looks like I burned all my money.
How?
We've
gotten hundreds of thousands of dollars.
We didn't distribute it, and
Yeah, we did.
not really. Or maybe my sheet
Yeah,
reset.
the
I don't
main-
know.
The main chunk we got in Pluton, we distributed. Janice has not distributed the chunk she got from.
We don't have to worry
Yeah.
about the end session. You're not going to get into any combat or any Tetris scenes now, possibly ever involving the sea. But it's not going to happen this session for sure, Z's. I will tell you that. So you can figure out like how to distribute money and whatnot and what to buy out of session if you would like.
Okay.
How do you spell Aqua's name, TT?
Exactly as you would think you would spell Aqua.
Okay.
No trickery. It's literally just Aqua. She is an Undine. Undines are one of 4 types of fairies that have been officially declared elementals by humans, and they take that declaration very seriously and with a great deal of pride. So she named herself a synonym for with water, or rather, her parents named her a synonym for water on purpose.
Gotcha.
I imagine there was a gnome who looked at the Mars militia names for dirt and feels very offended.
You didn't learn that. You didn't learn dirt.
Stolen valor.
That's a no, you fuck. Punches him.
Yeah, that's how we deal with the Mars militia. We tell gnomes about. We tell dwarves about them.
The city of
Gnomes.
Martares disappears underneath the earth. Just the earth swallows it up.
I don't call dwarves, and I don't call giants, because there's a synonym for both that works better and is more clearly a fantasy creature. And when dwarf and giant are also very useful adjectives, you really don't want the confusion that comes with having them become nouns.
Yeah, ever met a giant dwarf? He's just a guy. Or a pygmy space giant hamster, or whatever fucking Boo is called from Baldur's Gate.
Yep.
I'm curious to visit the
like...
stables.
All right.
The stables here ought to be pretty fucking good.
You find a truly enormous set of stables. It would be bigger, except I was worried about running out of space on this map, and I figured this was big enough to convey it. But like, there's literally hundreds of horses being cared for here, and cared for well.
You should tell them about the Diomedian mares.
The
Actually, yes.
Is watching it all, and did I make them a he or a she? Let me look at my notes.
Good idea.
So the stable master is looking at it all, and she looks slightly frustrated but approving of how her horses are being taken care of.
Hey, Leica, do you want to give you want to give her the good news that there's a bunch of horses that are just wild and loose?
They're wild. You can just take them.
They're free.
Give who? Sorry, I was
The stable master.
The stable master of the stables in Neptonia.
I should note that there was I bring news from Apollobus.
Oh, all right.
You know
what's Apollos?
The mares that were bred there? Well, they're all wild.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So you're saying when there's a bunch of flesh-eating horses running in the countryside by Apollobus?
Yes.
Well, that's awful. That's pretty dreadful news.
Oh, sorry. I thought we would get a different reaction because Neptune likes horses.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just letting you know in case someone brings a horse in that's. Oh, I brought this horse in from the wild, and
she sighs and makes the sign of the trident and says, "Our patron god Neptune, of course, loves all horses of all stripes, as I have been trying to remind the new leadership at the temple. And I would gladly find a home for these horses, even if Diomedian horses are really hard to take care of, if we had the resources. Currently, we are struggling to keep our current level of quality and assurance with the horses that we have at the stables. If you would like to purchase a horse, that would be great.
How much would you need Zenit-wise or crown, denarii-wise to...
It's more a question of manpower. You're talking about horses that eat people historically. You realize that, right?
Yeah, we kind of have run in with them in Apollobus when we evacuated all the children that were left there.
You can't just send 2 guys to round them up and bring them in.
Yeah.
They'll eat the guys. You need a group that can actually bring them to heal and bring them in. And they're all the way by Apollobus. That's a big trek to make with a large group of horses.
Yeah.
Apologies.
But-
We just thought you would be the most qualified.
Also,
I appreciate that if we were in better times.
Also, like I was commenting not in the Die Medium Air thing, that hey, you need like a little bit to help hire more people.
If it were better times, I'd be right on it. And I will definitely write a proposition to the current High Priest of Neptune. And we'll see what he thinks about it.
So,
You said they haven't been helping you?
She rolls her eyes and sighs and says, "Yeah, it turns out the fish people think that Neptune prefers hippocampi to normal horses because hippocampi live in the sea. And while we have been able to get the funds to keep the stables running relatively well for fear of angering Neptune, they are not allowing us to operate at peak efficiency or diverting more funds to us. We're staying afloat, but we're not being able to truly excel at our craft like we used to. And granted, we haven't been able to excel for years because of the whole sizes, the plague situation. But still, these stables used to be one of the prides of Neptonia. I cannot tell you how often people would come from far away and see the magnificent steeds we've been rearing and buy 5, 10, 20, 50, 100 horses to bring back to their homes. I still believe in the animals we're raising and the work we're doing, but we're not seeing that level of interest anymore and that level of support.
Population in Junatonia looking like?
Junatonia didn't have very many horses.
I think it would probably be very beneficial if Junatonia, got some good horses for at least the human and fae gods, at least.
but even if we don't get them for the humans and fae, horses can still help pull plows or move things when the Chimera are busy. Pull carts. Most Chimera won't do that.
The Dreamwoods have been pretty clear as of late. We could head to Junatonia, and since the population there is suddenly booming, but they are in dire need of good proper steeds.
Well, I'd appreciate it. I'm willing to offer them a really good price. Have them send someone who's willing to haggle.
I'll keep that in mind.
There's a lot of fae there? Oh my god. So many will be up to haggle.
Mm-hmm.
She might get sick of it.
Or, I mean, she looks like she hasn't had proper enrichment in a while. So
at the very least, we could take a bunch off your. They'll take a bunch off your hands, just so you could. The manpower shortage is.
Tell them to come our way. There hasn't been a better time to visit Neptonia in a while, thanks to our very charitable new friends.
Sounds like you're not particularly enthused with them, aside from how they affect your work.
She sighs and says, "It's hard to criticize. They showed up out of the water saying, 'Hey, we're here in bonds of fellowship to show you some compassion and kindness.' They helped us treat our sick. They helped us get back on our feet. They helped bring in food after most of our sailors passed away. There's not really a lot I can criticize, but at the same time, the more of them that have come, the more they've sort of taken over how things are structured. And I know they're talking about it as a mission of goodwill, but
Kind of feels like an occupation.
I'm just wondering if missionary is another word for crusader.
Mum never was like a mother's mom. Mum never was too fond of those.
Hmm.
Like, they took over the temple, and granted, the temple was short on staff, so that's understandable, but they're changing how our scripture is taught and how our worship of Poseidon works and what values we are supposed to espouse. It's... They're helping us, but they're not preserving the culture that we had already, if you understand.
Hmm. Understood. Well, please take care.
Thank you. You as well.
Okay.
If you need some horses, let me know.
Can I have a list of like starting prices, just so we can take it to the mayor, so we can, you know,
Yeah, she'll write you up a list.
yeah, just so we can like get an invoice to, like, you know, properly manage what budget we have.
Yep.
Plague and all.
How? What is Undyne's Aqua's vibe for how this place has been?
She looks around and is like, well, I like being welcomed, which is not what I'm used to in human cities. But it does feel odd.
Odd how?
Everyone in position of power is one of those sea priests.
Yeah, I haven't had, I don't think, any interaction with the sea priests. What?
And like, I'm not religious, so I haven't really gone to the Temple of Neptune. I don't care for the gods that much, no offense. But there's a really strong focus now in this town on worshiping Neptune in the style of the sea priests. And that seems weird to me because from what I gather from the humans I've talked to, they worship Neptune in a very different way.
I see.
The human worship of Neptune is it's a little bit like fear, like he's like an abusive parent that they're trying to avoid angering. Whereas the sea priests talk about him like he's a really nice, welcoming guy, and that everything should be under his control.
You know, all due respect to Neptune, but people on land generally face more of his wrath than his attention.
Yeah, he's god of earthquakes, right? I think I've gleaned that. But he's also the god of the sea. That's an odd thing. I guess he's sort of the tsunami god.
Exactly. And while obviously those have effects on those who live in the water, I don't know if it's quite as devastating as it is for people on land.
Japanese word mentioned.
Like any of the gods, he is due respect, but also
Could be a bit of a prick.
Respect. Yeah, yeah.
I can say it if you can't. It's fine.
I can. Minerva is my specific patron, but I like to give each of them their due respect. But it does not mean I do not see
again, that's the sort of it's like, yeah, I don't want daddy to hit me. That's the vibe I'm getting here.
Yeah, I don't care for that, but
and I just think a bunch of people coming in saying, actually, it's really good when daddy hits you because he's the best and we should give everything to him. I feel like that's a little bit of a disconcerting message, but I'm trying not to be judgmental. I'm a stranger in both of these worlds.
I agree, though. That's like my companions don't give like any extra fealty to any of the gods, and that's fine. I don't need them to. It's it's a difference of how we do our things. I wouldn't really want to impose how I look at Minerva onto them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I. Hmm.
But they seem to really be helping these people out, and if they're helping these people out, I guess it's okay that they're preaching some weird bullshit.
Look, it's one thing to preach something, but it's another thing to impose that on somebody.
That's true. If they try to make me recite some verses, I'm skipping town.
Yeah, of course, you would.
Yeah, I'm not putting up with that. I'll go right back to the swamp.
That's so good to see you. I'm so happy you made it.
Good to see you too. Where else are we going, gang?
Food vendor, please.
Yeah, let's go to the
Oh,
food
right.
vendor.
The food vendors are some of the most cheerful food vendors you've seen. They're also happy, and their stalls are fucking full of seafood.
Nice.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
The prices are low, the food is high quality, and it is plentiful, and they are all beaming so happily as they practically give it away.
I will say,
Hmm.
Gore is already over there when you guys are hitting. Like, that was where he beelined
Gore-
after you were like, okay, I understand what this lady's about. It's time to skip out before she says some shit.
Welcome, welcome! Oh, we have such bounty from the sea, the likes you've never seen before. I'm sure you've heard of the great seafood in Neptonia, and let me tell you, you've got it! You've got so much of it! Elementary cat!
Are you okay, sir?
He and tears well up in the corner of his eyes, but he keeps smiling.
Oh
He
my
says, "We have suffered famine for the last 7 years, each one worse than the last. But then our friends from the sea came and they brought the bounty that we had been lacking, and now I can practice my trade with pride. I'm so happy."
Oh my god. I
We
see.
have food to sell. We have food to feed people to fill empty bellies.
I'm
God bless the sea people. To Neptune.
what kind of food do they got? Just seafood?
Tons of fucking
All
seafood.
the
Like it
seafood.
is
Every permutation.
all the seafood.
Hmm?
They're giving out free car.
Just
He seems genuine, yeah?
Yeah, and like all the other vendors have this exact same vibe. These are people whose life's work is feeding, is making sure that food gets to people in a timely manner. And they have not been able to really do that job well for several years because of the plague, because there weren't as fishermen getting fish. And this is a fishing community. This is a town that lives off of seafood because it's a community, especially when there aren't traders coming in with food from across the sea. So they really needed someone to help them spring back on that, and they finally have the best fishermen, actual fish.
Gore,
Valid.
Overjoyed at being able to feed their fellow man and fish.
I will say, Gore's over
And
there
Fishman.
with, like, both hands full of, like, sticks of, like, fried fish. Each tentacle has, like, some other delicacy nestled in it. The only weird thing is he's giving the fucking, the fishmongers a bit of a weird look. Like, he's just side-eyeing them between bites, but he seems to be enjoying himself.
They do not seem to notice. They are just ecstatic to be feeding people.
That's fine.
Do you want anything, Aqua?
Oh no, I'm full up. And she whispers, "They're very good, but they cook the seaweed right."
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, I know you have a specific preference
Yes,
for that.
They're cooking it for human taste. They're not cooking it for Undyne taste. It's fine. There's a nice place run by a very nice sea monk, more than a little flirty. That's more to my taste.
Me having recently had seafood salad, I understand.
A little flirty, huh?
A little flirty, you know, and I never. I always considered I'd be with some freshwater gal, but I don't know. We'll see where it goes.
Uh-huh.
What is this? A potter?
A potter. They make pottery.
My curiosity compels me to visit the potter since it's on the map.
There's a middle-aged couple working hard at work, making a lot of things, out of clay. Oddly, a lot of the stuff they're making isn't pottery like you've seen before. There's some of it that's sort of a kind of a snail shell sort of look to it, but like if a snail shell thoroughly segmented. And it just a lot of very strange clay creations being made here that sort of look like they could be headpieces, jewelry, even armor maybe, but of clay.
Oh no.
Huh.
The spiral. We need to get out of this town.
Well, I'll just parry my the eldritch horror with the incomprehensible horror with my stupid low intelligence.
I will counter it with lesbianism.
It actually makes you more susceptible
I've
to
never
eldritch
seen that
horror.
tried in a Junji so.
You keeping busy?
Oh, are those beautiful fish people? They keep us so busy. They've got the strangest things they want, but I gotta say, it's fun.
Yeah, I think I saw one of them wearing. Points to one of the spiral shell things, kind of like a hat.
Yep. He holds it up, and it looks like for paleontology fans, it's an ammonite shell. Yep. I guess they wear this like this is like a hat that they like to wear. They said that they don't make things down where they're coming from. They were really amazed when I showed them what I could do. Originally, they were just wearing vases and pots on their head, which was pretty silly, but once they showed me the style they wanted to make, it wasn't too hard to make it, and I gotta say, it's really fun.
Oh, I see. That's where all the blacksmith's work went. It went to the potters.
You don't need hard, heavy metal, but some clay, that could be useful.
And clay comes from the sea and the ground.
Well, it's just nice to check in on the people. See, it seems a lot of people are enjoying themselves.
In the
See
background,
one of these, but I have to warn you, they're heavy as hell.
in the background, just hear Tash
You
going.
need one of those big, those.
DC cut out.
Yeah.
You really need one of those big squids to support this finished thing. I'm done now.
Okay, thank
in the
you.
background, you hear just, are things with you and the sea monk getting serious, or?
I don't know. I'm unattached at the moment.
Okay, I see.
I think it's about time to.
The last
back.
store that you haven't visited yet is the Enchanter.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's
And the Enchanter offers. The Enchanter is a guy who enchants things, and he offers to enchant your weapons and armor with the following upgrades. Did I list costs? I didn't fucking list costs. I should list costs. Okay. No, what's that? God damn it. No. There we go. So he's going to offer to enchant your weapon and armor with specific resistances and advantages in mind, as well as a few flat bonuses.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So, like, you're not seeing any.
No, you know, I haven't started courting, if that's what you're saying.
Yeah, just curious about what's been up and everything.
What
Been
about you?
fine.
Have you been courting anyone?
Everyone.
Oh no!
Everyone,
Oh,
every
no.
woman in her path.
Oh, the hell of a flub. That's perfect.
She,
A flub, but
Alright.
also was oddly a poignant flub.
How does it feel to be the
Um,
horny bard of the party?
Yeah, what happened, Miss Asexual?
You literally
Shut up.
flirted with a dragon.
yes, I did. For the first
And a
time
ghost.
since being and a ghost. There is
And a
actually
fairy
like
now.
Fairy now? Oh yeah,
Aqua.
then died. There's like the happiness on her face does actually like drop.
Oh. Bad subject?
No, there was someone who things seemed to be getting kind of serious with, but it was
Mhm.
complicated,
Oh.
and she's gone now.
Oh.
She was a ghost.
Oh. Okay. That was a twist I didn't expect. I'm sorry. Go on.
Her name was Cassidy. She was part of our party for a while, and we got attached, and she was on a quest for revenge, but I somehow helped her move on by being here with her and caring for her.
Showing
So,
her that there was
I'm
more
happy-
to life than that.
I'm happy she's not trapped, but I miss her a lot. Also, I got to flirt with the dragon.
That's nice. That's here, and she takes your hands in her webbed ones and she says,
Oh.
"Water resolving, water removing. There is water at the bottom of the ocean. Remove the water, carry the water. There is water at the bottom of the ocean. Our lives change, our lives flow. There are meetings and there are partings, but it is said, and I believe, that in the end, we all flow into the same ocean.
Aw.
Water resolving, water removing. There is water at the bottom of the ocean." I think someday you will see your friend again. Just as you've seen me again now.
It's so good to see you again.
It's good to see you too. Alright, so I
I-
think the last thing on the map is the Temple of Neptune.
Question about the enchanter. If we already have the elemental gems in our armor or weapons, can we also still get enchanted? Or is it a single thing only?
Yes, if you read it, if you already have the resistance that is offered by the enchantment, it's just upgraded.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And if you have a different elemental,
Sweet.
Then it's added in addition to that.
oh, okay, then
Sweet.
there's like no down. Oh, then Leica
Yes.
is like spending 3,000 zenith then,
Mm-hmm.
getting her Dipsa daggers, her Gallows bow, and her armor all decked out further.
I will look at that between sessions
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like there's some decisions to be made.
Yeah, we're not getting into combat this session, so you will be fine to make your purchases later on between this session and the next.
To the
Oh,
temple.
I think Alex and Dusa are really hitting it off. Play.
Oh, which ones are those again?
Alex is the
The twink.
pretty
the twink.
boy-
Yeah, that's right.
yeah,
the twink. The twink.
Yes, that's the twink.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you knew that one, but yeah, he is absolutely
Of course
a twink.
you
I know
would.
that
Twink
one,
is
eh?
face speech after all.
Yeah.
We invented. I think the Fae know a little bit more about twinks than you do, pal, because they invented
Honestly,
it and then they
Canon.
perfected it. So
Honestly,
that no
Canon.
living mortal can best them.
Given that high elves are basically fantasy elves and are like the epitome of twinks, yeah, canon.
Got it.
They
yeah.
invented and perfected twinks so that no mortal can best them in the ring of homosexuality.
Or just
Yeah,
sexuality.
The twink with Alex is the twink and Dosa is the changeling.
Nice.
Gore, he's the fairy, and Leica is the
Wait. Dosa is the doppelganger. Changeling is it's a very different thing in Midgard.
right.
Right.
Yes, the doppelganger. Gore is the fairy, and Leica is the strangely intense teenager. Okay, she's not a teenager; she is an adult, but like,
The Cambion.
yeah,
Like it's been less intense and more just very laid back. Like every time we walk into town, she has her arms behind her head, just like lackadaisically walking.
Mhm.
okay. But then then you shiv a man before he can say a word,
Well, you know.
and it hasn't literally.
Multitudes.
That hasn't literally happened, but like,
Listen, Shaggy does that all the time, and he's still chill.
Janice has good reason to call you intense.
Yeah, the high philosopher of Minervans would have reason to call Leica intense.
Yeah.
Well, the quote a song from a famous musical. He had it coming.
He had it
He
coming.
did have it coming.
Oh, anyways, plot.
Yes.
Plot.
The twink appears, hand on Janice's shoulder. It's like, I think it's like, I'm so sorry, Miss Aqua. We have to borrow Janice for matters.
Yeah,
I do.
that's fine. I'm at the Leaky Boot Tavern. Look me up. I'm gonna go hang out with my mermaid friends. You guys go do your business. It was wonderful running into you, Janice.
So good to see you again.
I'm so glad I'm your patron. Let's talk soon.
Yes, absolutely.
Ladies, margaritas! Say the mermaids.
As soon as she is
Fucking
out of earshot. So did you hit on
huge
her?
smile and shut up.
I think
Okay.
I think that answers that.
Yeah, it's like, well, I got my answer.
Look. She is a very good friend, and part of me had a crush on her the moment I saw her, but when we became friends, she became my patron. I don't know if that's like kosher.
If it, there's some kind of like, I've heard of this bond that exists between two people of equal standing. I think it's called marriage or something.
Shut the fuck up, Alex. This has very much brought out a side of Janus that is not out very much.
I know it's hard to resist, especially for you, the inherent eroticism of the sea.
Janus's face is like purple. Yeah, very purple right now, and the mask goes back on.
I mean, there's a reason why many sailors leave their wives for years on end.
So fuck the ocean.
As a sailor man once said, the sea is the baddest bitch you will ever know!
Yes, to fuck Poseidon, you mean?
See,
No one's fucking that crusty bitch.
No,
That man loves
you don't
his
fuck
things,
Poseidon.
though.
Poseidon fucks you.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, we cannot let Alex in the ocean. Oh no.
Well, I mean, we were near Zeus and I was fine.
Yeah, but Poseidon loves twigs.
So does Zeus.
Isn't really. He's not really.
honestly,
Zeus doesn't really.
Apollo.
He's hit on a few dudes. It's like, oh man, that boy is so handsome. Yeah. I'm so mad that I can't have him. I'm gonna turn him into a bird.
Honestly, Apollo's probably the worst one about twins, because he will.
Yeah.
It is just doomed yaoi all the way through.
Yes.
Yes.
But like...
This. Keep in mind, this is how I was kept safe for many years. It never occurred to Komarov, oh, they wouldn't send him to Mediterranean. All them gods love twinks. He would never be safe. So it was the last place he ever looked.
Yeah, we cannot let you in the ocean.
They would eat you alive.
Well, people keep trying.
I'm just imagining every time he walks by, there's a bunch of those shark girls just full toothy smiling at him.
Until Dosa walks by with him and gives them a very pointed stare.
Something that he is completely oblivious to.
Yeah, she gets very close to you and just grabs your arm.
I don't think she's at the points where she feels like she can grab Alex's arm yet, but she can definitely like put her arm around him like they're bros.
Yes, good friends.
Roommates.
She's
even.
clearly the one who knowingly has the feels first. You did give her like something utterly fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, why are people catching feelings to me? I'm just being nice to them.
Yeah, that's how catching feelings works.
Anyways, so we're at the temple.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
A very impressive temple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. By the way, I was talking to Aqua about it, and apparently the sea monks have been kind of taking over how worship is done here.
Yeah, we've been picking up on that. Things are a little suspicious, so let's maybe be on guard. Yeah,
like, I'm all for different, the different ways to worship somebody, but it's weird that they're kind of forcing it on everyone here.
Yeah, let's keep our guard up.
Yeah.
I hope this isn't another Ozymandias situation.
Yeah, and let's maybe be. I told Aqua because I trust her, but let's maybe be careful about where I came from. I don't. The sea monks didn't seem to care. I heard that the sea monks didn't care as much, but there is a bit of a history.
Yeah.
Neptune and Minerva do not like each other. That is known.
Yeah.
Imagine having beef with your niece.
Imagine losing in that beef several times.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh man, I have a grudge against a fucking kid.
No, wait,
at
the Thanksgiving table, and Minerva's the progressive college yuppie niece.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Yeah, essentially, that is the dynamic.
She is queer.
So I went to another peace march. Just give me the potato salad already.
fucking Mars is the fucking college sports team jock.
Yep. Yeah, but it's the dynamic.
Versus
As you approach the entrance to the temple of Neptonia, you see two sea priests in front of the gates. One is a very tall fellow in a very ornate set of robes with great big fucking cloth pauldrons, and a line of tendrils on his head, like these little dorsal fringes, big frilly fins flanking his eyes, and a long beard of hot pink tentacles emerging out of the sort of torn, wet sack of skin that serves as his mouth. And next to him, significantly plainer in physical appearance, and with still pretty bright and ostentatious, but by comparison, much more modest robes, as well as a more heavy-set frame for a squid person, is a very jovial-looking sea priest who slaps one of his four knees and says, "Ho, ho, ho! Oh, what a joker! Oh, what a beautiful day on the surface." Yes, it is quite adequate. Do you think things will be ready for the sermon in 2 days? Oh, visitors. See to them, Lumello. And he exits into the temple. Oh, hello! Visitors to the beautiful city of Neptonia. Welcome, welcome. I am Deacon Lumello at your service.
Did I upset your companion?
Oh, he's just very taciturn. The Archbishop, you know, he's a very stern fellow. I myself, however, like to be a man of the people. So, are you here to worship our Lord and Masters, Neptune?
Well, we have a fine relationship with all the gods, I think. We were just curious about your great generosity.
Oh, of course. You know, we down in the sea, we didn't suffer this plague as badly as all of you up on the land. You know, it's an airborne disease, this Red Death, and well, we just had to sink low enough, and it didn't really hit us that much. And we were saddened to see what was becoming up here on the surface, and we prayed on it, and our great lord, and he gestures towards the ocean, Neptune, master of over half the earth, great king of the sea, he came to us in a vision and said, "Help those people. You are on a mission of charity and goodwill." And I said, "But I am but a lowly sea priest, your grace." But Archbishop Nojas was firm. Neptune's word was paramount. We had to help the people on the surface, help the brothers of ours on the land. And so we've come here, charity, goodwill. We've built some new buildings for people. We've brought food, helped them with tasks they didn't have enough manpower to take care of themselves. You know, really showing the bounty of the sea is more than just the fish you can eat.
Yeah, there's a lot changed here from the last time I was here.
Well, that's the work of a missionary, never done.
Well, it's pleasant to meet you.
Well, quite pleasant to meet you as well. As I said, I am Deacon Lumello. What are your names, good friends?
Leica?
Janice.
Gore.
Alex.
Well, let me show you a special greeting for the Church of Neptune. And he makes the sign of the trident with his tentacles. Make that sign, and Neptune's blessing will be upon you.
So basically, it's the
Am
devil
Good to keep in mind.
horns. The devil horns with a third finger.
I think you basically make like a half circle first, and that's the two prongs of the trident, and then you strike it through with a line to make the middle prong and the handle.
Oh yeah, I'm doing it with my hands right now.
Yeah. Is that familiar to me?
Nope, humans don't do that.
I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, you know, I have noticed that a lot of the humans in our temple, they don't know a lot of the methods of worshiping Neptune that they should.
Oh well, hey, it's not necessarily that they don't know. It's just that, different places worship differently sometimes.
Well, as I take it, you all have a pretty rocky relationship with the most charitable and kind God in all of creation.
Mm.
You know, he sends some earthquakes and stuff to get you all to straighten up, and a lot of you didn't take the lesson. And I think, not to question the God, but I think, maybe he hasn't been using a tender enough hand. Maybe what you all need is someone to come up here and show you the right way.
I'm sure you can understand why.
Oh God,
people would be.
they're ocean Mormons.
They're missionaries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
same
sure
difference,
you can
basically.
understand why people living on the surface would have a rockier relationship with Great Poseidon.
And as much as I love to razz Mormons, I must emphasize they're Catholic missionaries.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Because they're monks and bishops.
yeah, you didn't notice he was fucking Irish?
How relevant that we were talking about the Catholic Church earlier today.
Well, yeah, that might have been on my mind for a reason.
Yeah, I'm sure you can't blame us up on land for being respectful of Great Neptune's wrath. It doesn't tend to affect us up. It does tend to affect us up here in much more drastic ways than you below.
It does, and I think we can make a real stride towards making sure that doesn't happen anymore. I think we have a real opportunity here for those of you on the land to finally accept the true master of creation.
That's we need to be careful. You don't want to anger Zeus.
Oh,
Jupiter.
Zeus. A lovely fellow. Of course we care for Neptune's younger brother, but all due respect, Neptune is the master of over half the planet.
Well, to be fair as
gonna-
well.
Let us
Yeah, let's
not debate the specifics of theology.
especially here in Neptune's temple. That would be rude. And gonna lean in and just whisper in Janice's ear. It's like, you're playing the part. It's like you're doing your job a little too well.
Sorry.
Which is to say, he's
Neptune's blessing upon you.
Yes, thank you. Let's take our leave, I think.
Yeah, didn't we have a quest like the Southern Docks?
You do.
Yes, we do.
So you go
Okay.
to the Southern Docks.
Once we're away from that, hey, like I said earlier, that I'm all for everyone worshiping how they choose, but
Yeah. If something
feels
is, if something is fucky here, we don't want to give away the game immediately.
yeah, and I
It's probably.
And I was trying to, I hope you understand. I was just trying to look out for you back there because
yes, no.
essentially
I
you were
understand.
reenacting, like I once saw a play about the fall of the Minerva and Neptune, arguing, and you were really kind of playing into the whole Minerva thing, like wanting to be technically correct.
Yes,
But it's the best.
I actually, but that's the best kind of correct.
Yes, and that's exactly the problem. Even if you don't say who you are and what your job is, they might start suspecting things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I just,
Like it
I'm
just looks down the hole in the ground. I'm getting
Your
getting
tism was showing.
Beginning to emphasize the Sonic gods here.
Yeah, and
just
I
hide a hole,
understand,
not deal
Alex.
with just be underground, not deal with everyone else.
At
you're
most,
right.
all Hades is going to do is just, get a broom, knock on the ceiling a little bit. What are those Neanderthals up to?
Don't you see? I need to spoil myself while I wait.
You're trying to spoil my dog.
While waiting to spoil my wife.
I just want you to picture Hades trying to give a sponge, like a bath to Cerberus.
Oh my god.
He needs more shampoo. He needs so much fucking shampoo.
It's just. All right. Turn to Zach. All right, boy. It's time to give him a. Sir, it's time. No, Dad, no. For Cerberus's bath. Both of them gulp.
No.
Just take him to the Lake of Fire and have him jump in. That'll clear off all the grime.
He smells like brimstone.
But yeah, I just, like Zeus, as we saw, he's.
Jupiter.
No, yeah, Jupiter. He's he is not as protective as one might assume, but that is still a good way to upset him.
Well, if that is his choice to be smote by lightning.
Oh, but this is not just him, it's a whole city that's putting these beliefs on everyone else.
Yeah, so let's just
There-
keep our heads down for now and keep sniffing it out.
There's more tactful ways of dealing with this. Not everything needs to be done on the debate stage.
You're right. You're right. I'm just, you were right to stop me. I just was explaining what was happening.
You all come to the southern docks of the city. There are lots of empty boats docked here. But overall, the vast majority of people on the docks are more fish people. There's more sharkinids, there's more sea monks, mermaids, sea priests. Even the mermaids, some of them are on land in wheelchairs, but a lot of them have actually hoisted up little rock perches in the shallower waters of the docks to do their natural mermaid thing of sunbathing and singing.
Cute.
And at one dock, you do find the sailing wizard.
Hello.
Over here.
I'm afraid I didn't quite make your acquaintance last time. I was catching up with an old friend.
Oh, hi. I'm the sailing wizard.
Hey, TT?
I'm a doctor.
Yeah?
Do they at all look familiar since they're from Bretons and were active around the similar times Gore was active?
You have not met the sailing wizard.
Yeah, they're live.
Yeah, that's true. No, you have not. They're not super. No one has heard of this guy. There's no reason why they're calling themselves the sailing wizard that you know of. But no one's questioned it yet. So.
All right.
Yeah,
Just
I
double
couldn't
checking.
help but notice your very specific moniker.
Oh, yeah. I'm a wizard, and I spent 15 years lost at sea. So.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I am a fellow wizard.
Do you live
15 years. How'd you ever come back?
With the help of my friend, I'm actually. He taps one of the dock posts with his stick. She should be coming any minute now.
Who is she?
The water churns as something enormous starts to emerge from beneath it. Several of the sea creatures around shriek an alarm and back away as an enormous sea monster rises from the depths.
Ah.
Rad.
Sailor, I heard you. Oh, you have friends.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. It's Italian.
Oh fuck! It's the sailor. Oh my god!
yeah. I should have saw this coming.
I did. As soon as I saw a green fucker
Okay.
calling himself, "Oh, I've been lost at sea," I'm like,
Hello.
Hello, little person. I am Calabani.
I am
That's a-
Janice.
"It's a pleasure to meet you."
Sailor, you have such nice new friends. You're not going to replace me, I hope. No, they're here to help you. All right. So
Caliban.
this is my friend Calabani. She helped me when I was lost at sea. Yeah, I tried to eat him first, but we made really good friends.
Do you know someone named Sekarax?
She blinks and she looks at me and is like, no, but actually maybe. So we went on a bit of an adventure. Yeah, I think that's a nice way to put what we went on. Yeah, and we met a lot of very nice people on the sea, and they helped me figure out some things that I always had questions on about myself. As you can see, I am a very unique sort of mermaid, and as she gestures with her hand, she accidentally whips up enormous waves that knock one person off a dock.
Janice, like,
But
you
they're
know,
from the
does,
ocean,
you know,
so it doesn't matter.
casts magic to like freeze the waves for a moment to like turn it into like a slide so the person slides back.
Yeah, see, I'm part Leviathan, and apparently that's not normal. I mean, even in the scope of what normally happens with mermaids, which is a lot of weird shit.
Hmm.
so-
Understandable.
She was raised by other Leviathans, right? Yeah, the other Leviathans over on the coast of Ruslavak. They were very kind, but they didn't have like. And she gestures to herself from the waist up, and sort of gestures to the very feminine top half of herself. They were just all like snake and fish.
Mm-hmm.
So I sort of wondered about that. I was like, why am I like va-va-voom when the rest of them are just fish? And we talked about that with some people in the sea, and it turns out that I'm like a chimera.
Oh, chimera.
Yeah. That's the term. Yeah, I'm a chimera. So that means somebody made me, and I was like, so it's like I have like a parent out there that I don't even know about. And we did some sleuthing, and it turns out they'd be from Mediterra.
Ah.
So once we figured out how to get back to civilization, yeah, that took like 5 years. We were way out in the ocean. Yeah, we were way out. Yeah, so once we got back to civilization, we're like, let's go to Mediterra, see if we can figure out who made me and who Sailor was before all of this happened.
Lost your memory?
Yeah.
I can relate.
Well, we
Oh.
do. Sorry.
I didn't know it was a common affliction. Well, I'm sorry
yeah.
that you don't remember your name.
Well, I've remembered it now, so I can only hope that since I remembered mine, you can definitely remember yours.
That gives me honestly a lot of hope. Thank you.
And you seem to have quite the case of shadow rot as well.
Oh. Yeah. I guess. That would explain the hole that he gestures to his face. Or they gesture to their face.
Well, just because you have advanced lich rot does not mean you can live. Doesn't mean you can't live a long and fulfilled life like Robin Goodfellow.
Yeah. Who's that?
Citadel of the fairy cults around here.
Or
Oh.
not Robin Goodfellow. I'm blanking on his name.
Wilmore.
Good
Wilmore.
Wilmore is who I meant to say.
Yeah, Good Wilmore. I got you.
Yeah, Good Wilmore.
Oh. Who's that?
He is a very kindly wizard, dressed in
He was in red.
He was in red. You're green.
Oh.
Red and green kind of complement each other, don't you think?
Yeah, that's kind of we're sort of hey, there's a wizard in complementary colors. Well, that's so good for you, I think. Maybe I don't know. How do I react to that
if you
information?
ever meet him, his bag of gifts may provide something you need.
He has a bag of gifts?
Yes, and
Yeah.
just because what you get out of it may not be immediately helpful,
Sailor.
eventually
we
it will be
have to
helpful.
meet this goodwill more and take his bag of gifts or get the gift from his bag. Okay, we can add that to the list. We actually, speaking of, so we need something
wanna-
that can make Calabani temporarily shrink down.
Ah.
Well, that's why I brought up
easy
the witch
travel.
Sycorax. She lives out in the sea. Maybe she can help you.
Well, hey, do I know any method of that?
Yeah, there's spells for shifting shape, and less permanent ones are easier to come by and cheaper.
Okay.
TT,
yeah.
since
I
I
am
am a
aware of-
tinkerer with alchemy levels, can I make a potion of shrinking?
You could, with a good chunk of time devoted to actually crafting it, yeah.
I can
Yeah,
hypothetically concoct a potion or two. I just need to get the proper ingredients to do so.
Yeah, there's no reason why we can't. And as I said, I'm a fellow wizard, so I could. Honestly, she's got this.
That,
but, you
that
know,
being
just in case-
said, if you're a chimera, the best place to look in northern Mediterranean for that would be in the town that this town doesn't quite regard, but it's where many chimera originate, called Minervans.
Oh, good. Do they have a coast that I can go to?
Not close, I don't think.
Oh,
unfortunately not.
that's why we need a shrinking potion so that we can travel
Yeah.
by land. Because, I mean, what if this person that we gotta find for you is on land?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
we can help
and-
you. We can help you get some potions here. Leica here is very good with concoctions. She could make you one, and with using those, you would go to Minervans, get a more permanent, not as in like keeping you small forever, but just one that won't run out solution, and then you can go from there.
Well, that's good. I don't want to make her small forever. And she looks at the sailing wizards like, "Are you sure? Because it might be easier for you if I was a little bit smaller."
Oh my god!
And sailing wizard looks at her and is like, I like you just the way you are. I've said that several times." Oh, sailor.
Aw.
Well, I imagine one of the highlights of becoming smaller is that you would be able to find more tailors.
That is true, because right now my dress is mostly made out of sails from pirate ships that I killed.
That's really inventive, actually.
Thank you!
I was
Very
wondering
clever.
about that.
That's very clever.
If you
You know what? Yeah, I've got a friend in town who I think you two would hit it off. Her name is Aqua. She's an Undine.
Well, I've never met an Undine before. I've heard about Rusalkis. And I think they're like an Undine. They're similar to an Undine.
Ah, okay, all right. And she's wonderful. She is a good friend. Obvious struggle to put into words the relationship. Yeah, I'll send her your way next time I see her. I feel like you two would get along.
Well, you guys are being very helpful. You know what? If you ever need to travel by the ocean, I would be happy to help you as long as Sailor comes along. Get where you need to go.
Are you two like friends or is there?
Sailor hems and haws as before Calabani puts a massive, scaly talon across their back and says, "Yeah, we're dating. We're courting, as you say it." And Sailor nods with like very sheepish but obvious affection.
Yeah. Oh, that's sweet.
well,
A wizard and a being of the sea. How did
You'll get nudged by an elbow.
how did this how did this happen? How did you two
Well,
to-
I was drifting out at sea in a really tiny boat. Wasn't really sure how I got there, and then pirates happened and they took me. And that was pretty terrifying. And then she rose out of the sea, and I destroyed the boat, and I ate most of the people on it. And I grabbed Sailor, and I was like, "All right, I guess I got room for one more." And they were so sweet. They were so sweet and nice, and they pleaded very, very firmly that I do not eat them. And I thought, I can spare this one. And we talked for a little bit, and their story was so sad. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to help you. And she did.
Well, I'm very happy for you.
I don't know once you're shrunk down. If Minerva's isn't what you're looking for, at the very least, in your circumstance, there's a castle that people who need it tend to end up in from time to time, called Dentalion. That I think you two would be a real hit there.
I mean, I kind of want to just keep traveling and seeing everything if we can. Yeah, after a point, you have enough adventures, and it doesn't seem so scary, even when it's the life and death sort of thing happening. So yeah, I think traveling is what we're both sort of aiming to do once we finish, figuring out who I am and who made her and all of that.
Well, if
Hmm.
if Minerva's does not have as many answers as you'd like, there's a very talented wizard in the realms of chimera work named Miracle Medulla, who's in Neptonia. They have a lake there, by the way.
And
Mm.
there is also a wizard whose place of expertise is chimera work. We met him in Minervans. He doesn't stay there. He's from further away. I think his name was Hammond.
Yep. Wait,
yeah,
no.
a wizard.
Hammerschmidt was specifically his last name.
Hammerschmidt, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Hammerschmidt. He's from where was he from?
He was from Anglo-Sax.
Yeah, Anglo-Sax.
From Anglo-Sax. He
Oh.
gave me a place to go to see him eventually. And he might also have an idea of who could have made you.
That's another Batonch guy. So you're meeting all sorts of people from your country, even though we're not in there. Yeah, I guess I am. Shame we can't find anyone from Russellvac that you could talk to. Oh, it's not
Like a side eyes, Alex.
It's not like I've had much conversation with people from Russellvac. Mostly it's like, oh, and then I ate them.
Well, I can only hope that they deserved it.
I assume so. I tried not to think about it that much, and then I've been thinking about it lately and maybe feeling a little bit bad, but to be fair, you live on the sea, you eat what you get, right?
Can't
No, this
argue
person
with
you're looking
that.
for, it was just no one specific, just someone who could shrink you.
Well, we're looking for someone who can shrink her so we can travel by land, but what we're really looking for is we're trying to figure out who made her and why they cast her egg into the oceans by Russellvac. Yeah, so it's a really weird thing. When we were on our adventures, we met this one wizard living in like a big cave that looked like a butt, and they talked to us.
Can we pause for a minute? I need to go downstairs and get something real quick.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm getting gesture vibes from her.
Yes, that is exactly what I am going for as best I can while not being Laura Bailey.
I love her.
Yeah, Calabani's great. Yeah, she's given that she has the flute antennae, whatever they're called. Is she a Draconis chimera?
She is specifically a hybrid of Jasconius, Leviathan, and human.
Right.
So she has Leviathan / Seaboar water spouts, which spray hyper pressurized boiling jets of water at enemies as a offensive tactic.
Yeah, I remember coloring that one for the 1st game. That was an Elemental Master.
Yeah. So she's part Gisconius, part Leviathan, or part human. Most mermaids are part human and part some more mundane fish. And generally not ones that are, fuck off enormous, because the result of mixing a human with one that's fuck off enormous is a fuck off enormous mermaid.
Well,
Yeah.
more women per woman.
Sailor definitely thinks so.
Yeah. When I was, since this is, for those listening who might not be aware of this, I don't think anyone would, but, Calibanni and Sailor / Vassailing Wizard are Midgahheim versions in this campaign of characters from a non-Midgahheim story I wrote called That Sea Without a Map. And in the development of that, when I was developing Calibanni, the friendly sea monster, one of the ideas I considered was making her really, really fuck off big. And then realizing I would have to draw her in multiple situations and that working with that scale would be a nightmare. I made her closer to human sized if we exclude her tail. And then later in the story gave her the ability to size shift so that I could have her being a giant and then go back to a manageable scale when I didn't want to make drawing hell for me. Which is necessary when you're doing the illustrations for a story during your lunch break. But since this is the Midgahheim version, which is not the main version of Calibanni and Sailor, and is here to be a series of one quest line exclusive minor characters, I figured I could go to the original concept of Calibanni just being fuck off big as normal, and then now the problem is figuring out a way to make her small. But yeah, she's like, yeah, so, so it was made by Leviathans, but we talked to this wizard who lived in the cave that looked like a butt, and the wizard figured out some things and saw that the style of spell casting, and she shrugs, I don't know a lot about magic despite technically being magic, but the style of spell casting that made me was specifically a Mediterranean style, which meant I was made by some Mediterranean wizard. Which is really weird because I grew up off the coast of Ruslovac, which is way over there. And she points in the northwest direction. So, how did my egg get there? Why were only Leviathans finding my egg and raising it? If I was made by a Mediterranean, what was the story here? And who was this wizard that made me? Do they care at all about their creation? Do they miss me? I just wanted to know.
Up until very recently, Chimera and Minervans were treated very poorly. They were treated as basically second-class citizens up until very, very recently, and, well, used as arena beasts.
And the Sailing Wizard touches their chin with their gloved hands, like, or rather what would be their chin if they weren't Shadowrat, and they're like, that does parse. I didn't know how much of it was true, but I was taught that Mediterraneans used chimeras as foot soldiers in their wars, and so they didn't really treat a lot of them like people.
We're trying to fix that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, technically speaking...
The plague has caused a lot of...
What did it say?
Issues to come to the surface that need reckoning.
Calibanni looks very crestfallen at that. Oh, I see.
Well, there's been a lot of changes.
The current high philosopher has made it so chimeras are more welcome in Minervans as full-class citizens.
Sailor thinks about it and is like,
one had a horrible, horrible accident with the behemoth.
Maybe Calibanni, that's why they brought you to Ruslovac and left you in the care of Leviathans. They thought they'd be giving you a better life. Oh, that could be true. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna think that's the way it was until we find out otherwise, because that's a nicer idea, and I like that better.
Personally speaking, I've gone through similar. Sometimes
you are also a hybrid of human and sea monster?
you're closer than you might think.
Well, you hide it really well.
Thank you, I suppose. My point being,
I mean, you don't have to
sometimes
hide it. Hey, and she grabs you with one of her and like fucking enormous like talons, and she says, "Listen, I know maybe sometimes you think you are a monster and no one will love you, but I'm telling you." And she grabs Sailor like a fucking Barbie doll in the other hand and holds them up. It's like, you can find someone who loves you exactly as you are, even if you're really, really big and you've eaten lots of people.
yeah, that's actually something I've been reckoning with, even if I don't remember it. But yeah, no. What was I going to say?
Giant
Right,
woman has made your brain stop.
Well, yeah,
As she should.
as anyone would in my position.
Yes.
It's like,
Yes.
well, sometimes people who love you send you away because they think it's the best thing for you to do. Like, I'm actually from Rusklevac originally, so we're kind of a reverse situation, you and I.
We're both Slovakians.
Yeah.
And you're also part sea monster. You just hide it really well.
Well, not sea monster, but definitely monster. Though
Well,
I actually don't
either way.
know it that well.
I
Point
think
is-
this makes us very good friends, and that's how I'm going to interpret this.
Aw.
Me nods. It's always nice to have friends.
Yeah.
Joseph speaks up. You are taken, right? Yes! And she grabs Sailor and hugs them close. All right, good.
Janice looks at Deuce like, just like, seriously?
Dosa has no shame about who she is and how she gets what she wants.
Fair enough. Hey,
You are by far the most jealous woman I know. You know other women?
Not for long.
how did you two, broach this topic?
Which topic?
Courting.
The dating thing.
Oh,
Thing, yes.
well, we went through a lot of harrowing trauma together. Yeah, we did.
That's
And
good.
there were some moments where, I may have, fluttered my eyelids a little bit. Yeah, you did. And Sailor may have helped me fend off some vicious sea monsters. Yeah, I mean, you did most of the work, but yeah. No, your harpoon's very good, especially when you do that thunder thingy with it. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Ooh, some kind of electric magic?
Yeah, I wasn't really a wizard before, but after 15 years at sea, I've sort of become one, I suppose.
Fascinating. I'll have to I'll follow up that later. But please continue,
Eventually,
Solomon.
we just sort of, we got close, and then, one day I just said that I love him, and they say they love me back, and it was that. It was very easy in the end.
That's very sweet.
Well, I'll just reiterate it again. I happen to know a few witches. I happened to met her once. It was a long time ago. I haven't really checked up with her. But there's a sea witch named Sycorax. Maybe she can help you out.
Specifically, there are many witches named Sycorax. Especially in Mediterra, it's a common name taken by witches in the Mediterranean Coven. Technically, it's short for Sycoraxine.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
it's kind of like
He's met a current one.
yeah, I would say there is a currently active Sycorax who is specifically a sailing witch, as it were.
Yeah.
that you would have met.
Yeah, that one.
Or,
Which is
or at the very
when-
least, or at the very least, you would have heard Auntie Miranda discussing her and know that she does come to Crossroads. You know, to where Auntie Miranda meets other witches, which you now know is Crossroads.
Yeah. He's somewhat familiar with the idea that, you know, witches like to carry on the names of their forebears, like, you know, in
Yep.
the case of Miranda.
Yeah, and you think about it, and Sycoraxine is a name in witches that is amongst Mediterranean witches. It's often used for ones that favor arcane animals as patrons rather than fairies or demons. Generally, witches prefer sapient and civilized patrons. You know, ones that also wear clothes and, you know, have complex languages
Common ground.
and cultures like that. But there are some witches that
Undyne.
specialize in working with animals. You know, with arcane animals, like dragons or krakens or, you know, wild
Draconuses.
chimeras like griffins and all that. And Gisconiuses would be a very common one because Gisconiuses are wild, but they have a very affable nature. So Sycoraxine, it's one of the names that's also associated with Circe's coven, which is probably another reason you've heard the name before, because Circe was a very big proponent of bonding with animals as patrons rather than civilized air quotes creatures. So that's a pretty good clue to jump on.
We
Mhm.
should go to Crossroads.
I'll put in a good word.
We absolutely should. Also, wow, this place is so welcoming for people who are part fish or kraken.
Was there ever a time with you two where you were unsure about like moving forward with the relationship? Like a point where you had to make a decision?
Yeah, she didn't think I'd like her because she's not fully human. Yeah, you know, I thought that might be a barrier, especially because I'm really, really big, and also I've eaten a lot of people. Yeah, you know, that took a while to sort of process. But you know, she's really sweet, and you know, she hasn't eaten anyone since. No, I'm not eating people anymore. I'm strictly eating fish that don't talk.
I see.
Unless they're real assholes. Yeah, I think it's okay in that case.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah. You know, if they're a real piece of shit, I'm gonna eat their carcass.
If you could stomach it.
And, you know, I would say that there were some concerns about the logistics, the sailor wizard says as he looks Calibanti up and down. But, you know, we've made it work.
Yeah.
We've made it work. Yeah, we made it work.
I'm very happy for you.
Thank you! Well, if you
I'm
can
sorry
help
if
us...
I'm trying. I've
Ooh,
got
are
a
you-
lot.
Oh,
I've got a lot of my mind. Is all.
well,
Met up with an old friend, kind of working through how those feelings are at this point. She is also of the water.
she's also part sea monster, I understand. There are so many women out here who are part sea monster, and that's beautiful. Longest time I thought there was the only one. Turns out no, there's a lot of us. Just
You
most
are
of them are
beautiful.
very small. They are very small sea monster ladies. Which is very hard when you are regular size and everyone else is so small.
I
nods
love her so
sagely.
much.
You don't dislike that
Yeah.
I'm small. No, I love that you're small because I can do this. And she grabs Sailor and places them on the top of her head. See,
Aw.
Every
you
time,
are regular size.
every time she grabs him, I just imagine the squeaky toy noise.
Yes, canon.
God, it's so fucking cute. That's part of his. That's part of their shadow rot. They squeak.
Yep.
God, they're fucking cute. Was this on purpose? Did you do this on purpose with the timing of me seeing Aqua?
I didn't know that your relationship with Aqua was kind of romantic, or I didn't remember it. So no, that was on purpose. But I did. I was like, this is the sea monster section of our journey through Mediterra. So it's the obvious place to include Aqua's introduction because Aqua is part fish. And then I was like, for me, I want to throw in Midgahheim, Calibani, and Sailor. And so I did.
It wasn't
And
necessarily
then
like
things
strictly.
thematically lined up accidentally.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily like strictly romantic before. It was, but like I've established that half of them Janice at least was a monster fucker, and if his patron was an Undyne, and it's just kind of been like, yeah. Anywho.
No, it's not that, it was arranged deliberately. However, you cannot be helped.
I cannot be helped. If I am.
You will inevitably romance the sea monster if presented with the opportunity.
Yeah. I won't romance this one because this one's taken.
Well, not only taken, but I might have to glare at you for your biblical levels of greed.
My biblical levels of greed.
Sailor looks around at the many people sort of standing back in awe and slight terror at Calibani's enormous size because even with all of them being fish people,
Kaiju.
she's not just a fish person, she's a fucking leviathan. The apex predator of a magical ecosystem.
Yeah.
Combined with the intellect of a human being.
Mm-hmm.
And the opposable thumbs.
Mm-hmm.
She is horrifically terrifying in terms of strength. And so I was like, so we're gonna go see about those spells. Do you want to keep exploring the reef a bit, and I'll bang again when I need you? All right, Sailor, and she pulls Sailor off her head and gives them a little smooch before setting them down on the pier. Goodbye, new friends. I'll see you later. And then she sinks into the water, and the water like there's some really rough waves for a while from just the sheer amount of mass that's moved through it.
Yeah. Janice like extends their arms out to just like catch a bunch of the water, and be like, "Oh, okay, calm down now."
Yeah, she's great. So
She's
no,
great.
let's make sure that this size changing spell isn't permanent. Like I really want to. I don't want her to have to change for anything unless she wants to, and I know she doesn't want to. She's felt sometimes that she has to, and I don't want her to feel like she has to, if that makes sense. It's just that logistically we need to make her smaller so we can get her across land.
Would permanent spells be typically a lot harder to do than temporary ones?
They would be, yes, but you can also see from Sailor's nervousness, it's not so much that Sailor thinks this is likely as Sailor is just really worried about being forced to alter Calibani into something she isn't, in a way that doesn't allow her to change back and make her feel like she had to change.
Well, the good news
Like,
on that front is anything I could do would probably be temporary, because in order to like make something permanent of that size would take a lot of magical power, which
Right.
And
I don't think a lot of us
she is.
don't think.
Do you mind showing me how to do it? do you mind if I watch so I can figure out how to
Yeah, I
do it
can-
myself?
Yeah, I can show you the process. I just need to get the raw ingredients. So, TT, what
Oh.
sort of raw ingredients would I need for a shrinking potion, based
Oh,
on my
I
alchemical
don't- I-
knowledge? Monster
I
Hunter
don't
background?
fucking know at 10:47 at night. Let's leave that for next session.
Right.
Okay.
There's the enchanter. Maybe you can get the materials there. The details
Yeah.
of which you can hash out later.
Yeah.
Well, the apothecary.
Where
Yeah, apothecary.
where
That's
was
what I meant.
Aqua staying?
The Leaky Boot Tavern.
Leaky Boot Tavern. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that case, we'll get those materials found for you, Leica, and you can show Sailor how it works. Don't worry, Sailor.
I haven't
Even
met a
let's
shrinking
say
person
me,
before, so it might be some trial and error, but
yeah, and even say someone like me who is also a wizard who has a decent amount of experience, I would struggle to make anything stick in that regard. And her nature also just means that she would probably be really resistant if anyone tried it on her.
yeah, remember Uli? Trying to get anything magical stick on Uli would be ugh.
Oh, Uli. I hope Uli's doing okay. I miss them.
No,
Yeah,
you shouldn't be worrying about Uli. You should be worrying about everybody else. What is Uli doing to them?
Especially since Uli is now good friends with Ollie, and they're both in the same area.
And
Oh my
Uli did
God.
express a a lust for violence.
Yeah,
Parent, I
their
crave
first word.
violence.
Yeah. You know what? We also need to bring Uli to our final fucking charge.
I imagine Uli's now even fucking bigger than the last time you left them.
Yep.
Oh God, yeah.
Uli's
Yeah.
also
I
part
didn't know how
Kraken.
fast
Uli is also part Kraken, if we have forgotten.
I have
And,
not forgotten.
Yeah, Kraken, Dragon, and Behemoth.
Yep. And Hooga. There's some Hooga in there to mellow it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was very important. It also gave them the Hooga's fucking bomb breath, which just completely turned off that entire encounter.
It's a very good chimera.
Yeah,
The sailing
I love
wizard
them.
looks around and says, "Man, I'm really lucky that the first port we stepped into has so many, mermaids and fish people in it."
Yeah, that would be because the plague.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
The-
to
I was
be
a doctor
honest,
during
Honestly,
it.
you kind of dodged, not just an arrow, you dodged a storm of arrows.
I suppose, although I don't know. I guess the amnesia sort of nullifies this, but I probably had a family, right? Do I still have a family if I go looking?
you may
Well,
and you may
have-
not. But the important thing
you have
to
a Calabani,
yeah,
That's true. I'm really lucky to have a Calibanny.
and she can help you either to find them or to figure out what next.
Thank you all for offering the help and being so welcoming. It's kind of unusual. I spent so much time on the sea, and a lot of things out there wanted to kill me and her, so...
Oh, rest assured, we've also been in many situations of mortal peril, but we get through it because we work together.
Yeah, we have several of our companions and friends were initially trying to kill us.
Okay, well, I can't judge because my
Your girlfriend tried to eat you.
yeah. I was and they pull out a very large circular piece of metal.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thinking of upgrading that to fiance.
Mm.
Aww!
But
Oh my God.
this is really plain right now, so I gotta figure out how I can cheaply get really big gems. I don't have any money.
Like it dropped some thousands in it.
Oh damn.
I thought you were
Man,
spending that on
I
your
will not miss
upgrades.
this.
Well, the easy answer is you just get pearls.
Well, she'd like those.
And
Damn, I should have done that when
Yeah,
we were
they
fighting
are.
that giant clam.
You're in a nation surrounded by water. You can find big pearls easily.
Okay. All right. I'll keep that in advisement.
And clam meat is pretty tasty, so just, play along. It's like, oh, let's hunt some clams and, have a good meal. And you save the pearls and squirrel them away for the surprise.
You know what? We did have a lot of fun fighting that giant clam, so if we found some others, I bet she would be up for it. You guys got a lot of really good ideas.
We've we've been through some shit.
Well,
We've been around the block.
You're helping me out a lot, so if I can help you out at all, let me know, all right?
I'll keep you in mind, sailor.
Yeah, I'd love to know more about the kind of wizardry you've picked up out in the ocean.
Yeah, it's pretty intuitive. I think this is like my staff. I don't know if all wizards have staffs. It feels like all wizards should have staffs, but I think some of them don't. But this is like my staff.
Some don't.
They show off this really ornate harpoon. Didn't always look like that. It kind of changed a bit as things happened.
Oh, that makes sense. The magic flowing through it. Yeah, that can happen. I suppose this is...
My hat didn't always have a pointy tip either. That sort of happened over time, and I'm not really sure how.
That's a phenomenon of magic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoever wrote the rules of magic decided, with if you use magic, you get a pointy hat.
Okay.
Janice
right.
takes off their mat.
I just like to think it's it's whimsy. It's whimsical, is it not?
Yeah. I always thought it was like the magic was flowing out of my head, and then it just sort of stretched the hat out.
Yeah, I remember something being.
That is a theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what would you prefer? Drab ass boarding school outfits?
No. God, why would anyone want that?
No. That would be stupid.
That'd be just really boring.
I suppose this... They hold up their cane. I guess this is the closest thing to I have to a staff, although I also use my... I also have a Caduceus staff when I'm doing more medical-based things.
I don't know what a Caduceus staff is, but that sounds really cool.
I'm bad at saying the word. Sue me.
Also, they're from Bretance. They're not Mediterranean.
It's a symbol of healing here.
Yeah.
Janice points to the weirdness on their face. As you can see, I've got some lich rot here, some relatively normal-looking skin here, and this third thing that I don't entirely know what is yet.
Oh, yeah. I sort of have become just like an amorphous mass of shadow underneath all the clothes. That's why I don't really take them off very much.
Yeah, I imagine it would feel strange.
Yeah, I sort of feel like I'm coming apart, so I don't really take off the clothes.
That's another thing you
Fair.
can, if you ever meet Good Wilmore, you can chat with him about. I'm sure he has some tips. He seems pretty long-lived.
Oh, okay, good to know. Man, you guys know a lot of people. I'm really lucky I ran into all of you.
It is a likewise pleasure to meet you and your love.
Yeah.
We have had a weird couple of weeks.
I feel you. I've had a weird 15 years.
How long have we been traveling now?
A while. I don't want to have to figure out the math on that, but I would say
Yeah, that was an in-character confusion. How long's it been?
at least I would say at least a month.
Just Gore, that just...
Probably longer, but at least a month.
I feel like longer because we've had a lot of in-between travel.
I'd say at least maybe 2 months.
See that.
It's only been 2 months, but it feels like what, 3 years?
Yeah.
So, at that, Gorge goes, if you ever get the chance, don't look up the play of Ulysses, also known as Odysseus. It will break you.
Yeah. Okay. I was kind of comparing my stuff to Sir Brendan, but I guess you don't know Sir Brendan very well down here.
I'm familiar.
I know Sir Brendan.
All right. Well, I heard the
Yeah.
Leaky Boot Inn has free room and board for visitors, so I'm gonna head over there. You guys want to
was
join me?
actually
See if you can get a room.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the
I-
last place
I-
we haven't been to, anyways.
All right.
Yeah,
Uh,
the friend I mentioned, she's there, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I want to talk to her again.
It was.
You know what?
It was a
You
pleasure to meet
three
you.
are my.
Hmm?
You three are my friends and companions.
Yes, I would like to think so.
She means a lot to me, regardless. You know, she was my patron. We were friends. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have been a doctor in the first place, which would not have led to all this. I don't want to ruin this.
So, unless I've gotten a bad read on her, I'm not sure you could. She's very easygoing and changes with the tides, from what little I've seen.
She does, and that's...
So I don't
That's one of-
think you're at any risk of just saying, hey, why don't we get drinks? Don't start off with the, maybe we should date, just, hey, would it be fine if we got drinks?
Yeah.
Like-
That's a good idea, Gore. Thank you.
Food is really good, by the way. I learned that with Calabani. She had never tasted things with spices in it, and I
Oh my
showed her
gosh.
how cooking works, because they don't do that underwater. She just eats things raw, and she loved it. So
She
Definitely
has human
recommend food.
taste buds, so yeah, that scans.
Hmm.
You've unlocked a world of flavor for her.
And you all chatter about how to woo a fishwoman on your way to the Leaky Boot Tavern as we end our session because it's 11 o'clock and I have work tomorrow.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
There's Polly the Finch with a gun.